Yo. Hey, there we go. What's up, guys? Sorry, I forgot to plug in my mic today. What's up, team? Hope y'all are doing well today. What's up, Klaus, Nels, Diego, Ala, TN, Trader, Z, Glenn, Bobby. What's up, team? Alright. Hey, good luck, brother. With the BYND, man. Good luck. Yeah, so the main watch today that I'm really watching right now, like the main one that I'm really keeping an eye on is BLRX. I mean, I think this one's got the most volume. This one and AIRI are probably my favorite ones right now. We'll see if they look good enough, but yeah. We got enough. DSKE. I don't know why stocks like this show up on my scanners. I'm gonna have to change the criteria, if you will, for this. TRVN. TRVN doesn't look bad for maybe like the crossover setup if we get it. So just to put it into perspective, guys, we've had one losing day this week. It was a terrible losing day. We lost like 30 bucks, you know, but like it was a losing day, and we did have a losing day. I believe it was Wednesday. But aside from that, every day's been green except for that kind of worst case scenario day. And then in futures, we literally have not lost this week at all in futures. And we've traded every day, but we literally lost 0 times in futures this week. And I can prove that by just logging into my platform and showing you guys. So let's do that real quick. Just to show you guys this real quick, it is futures. And it is the Top Step kind of demo combine account where I'm working on getting funded as a futures proprietary trader. And so they make me prove myself basically to see how green I am before I'm actually funded. But regardless of any of that, if we look at this week, hey, no losses, 100% accuracy this week. I've traded 9 times, 18 contracts total, so an average contract size of 1. And yeah, 100% accuracy, no losses, no losing days. And so, hey, we've made $266 this week in futures, which, listen, I'm happy with. You know, we're gonna try to get funded in the next week or two, I think. We got EQ also popping up, which is Equilium, showing up on the scans. Yeah. Hey, well then you're trading too big, Wretched. You gotta take it slow, bro. Hey, and if you want to have like a little meeting, man, I'm down for it, Wretched. You're a supporting member, brother. If you want to have like a little one-on-one, I can teach you what I do. It's very simple. Like with futures, man, the key is, honestly, I'm being honest here. The key is just discipline, bro. Like, you just got to stop yourself from trading too much, you know? Because, like, listen, if I don't kind of reel myself in a little bit, I'll sit there and I'll trade over and over and over and over again. And the longer I'll sit at my computer, the more I'll get the urge to trade, right? And so what do you see me do on the stream is you see me take like 2 to 3 trades per day. And then you see me just kind of, I'm out, I'm walking away, and then I'm just done, you know. And I think that's how you got to be. And you got to basically, when I look at the market every day, when I look at the SPY, and trust me, guys, we're going to trade penny stocks today, so don't worry. So stick around. We're going to trade penny stocks today too. But when I look at the market every day and I look at the opening bell, I basically always have this thought in my head, like, where is the momentum going to show up? Like, where's the easiest place for me to trade? I'm limiting myself to like 4 trades a day. And so I look at the chart and I say, where's going to be the most momentum? If I had to pick 4 areas where there's going to be the most momentum, where's that at? And usually it's like low at the day breaks and then like maybe pullbacks to resistance that I can short into very, very quickly. And then I just attack those and I walk it, and then I walk away from my day. And that's how I'm green every day. And you know, it's mostly just due to discipline. You know, you just got to stop yourself from forcing a bunch of stuff, because the SPY's always going to be there, and you know, it's really easy to see patterns and just kind of to look at the SPY and to find stuff to trade, but sometimes it's not the right move. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, look, we also got MDGS showing up on the scans here. MDGS looking solid, looking good. Hey, what's up, Mac? What's up, man? What's up, Judge? Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. For futures micro account with 5K, is that enough for trading? Yeah. Listen, futures is one of the markets where, listen, if you can afford one contract, then you can trade futures, because like if you really think about it, one contract is the equivalent of like 1,000 or of like 1,250 shares, of like 1,250 shares. Like that's basically what one contract is the equivalent of, because for every tick up or down in futures, it's $12.50 in profit or losses. If it goes against you 4 ticks, that's $50, right? That's plenty. Like I don't need bigger sizing. Like you can see, like this week alone in the futures, it's my compound account, so it does say demo here because it's my compound account. Like I have to prove myself as a futures trader. But like if we look at my stats this week, no, not last week, this week. Come on. But the point is, if we look at my stats this week, no, not last week, this week, no. This week, there we go. For whatever reason, it's frozen. Point is, if we look at my stats this week in futures, my average contract size is 1 contract. So that means I'm buying 1 contract and I'm selling it. You know what I mean? Like I'm buying 1 contract and I'm out. Like I'm not buying 2 or 3 contracts. And the reason I'm not is because, let's be real here, those contracts can go against you fast. Like you don't need more than 1 contract, man. And that's what I'm really learning. Like, at least if you're scalping it like me. Now, listen, if you're taking longer term trades, hey, do you buy a bunch of contracts? It doesn't matter to me. But like, 1 contract should be sufficient in my opinion. And I don't think you necessarily need more than 1 contract in the futures market. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, I'm usually making, especially since there's no PDT rule, you can trade as much as you want. There's no really need to trade huge per se, especially if you're in the base package on Top Step. Hey, appreciate that, Sean. Hey, thank you, brother. What's up, Yeti? Yes, sir. I think that song's got too much stuff going on right now. But yeah, we got MDGS showing up here in penny stocks. We got a number of stuff we're watching. We're watching AIRI, the float of ARI, or AIRI, I don't know why, ARI, I'm just going to call this one, is 22.5 million, 23 million roughly. And so we'll see what happens with it. Small float, we're going to keep an eye on it. It's pulling back some. We'll look for the crossover if we can get it. We got BLRX as well. This one has a float of 19, roughly 20 million, 19.75 million. So, you know, roughly 20 million. It's not really setting up for anything yet, but we'll see if it pulls back and gives us that crossover play. EQ also here as well. This one has a small float of 13 million basically, and this one is setting up for the crossover, so we'll watch it, see if we get a little crossover here for EQ. MGEN, this was the mover yesterday. No, this was the mover Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, so we'll watch this one. It's not really setting up, but it is moving some. It's got a float of 50.5 million, so not necessarily tiny, but small nonetheless. We'll watch it. We got DSKE. That looks super boring. I don't even know why that one's showing up here. SNSS showing up here as well. SNSS doesn't. There it goes. Nothing really good for that either. East is alright, but it needs some more volume recently. MGI, MoneyGram, larger float stock certainly. At 50 million, 51 million. We got TRVN. That looks alright. Huh? Hey guys, my wife's needing to talk to me about something, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Basically, my son hasn't been at school for the last 3 days because he's had a cough and like a stuffy nose. And like we brought him to go get COVID tested yesterday, or it was like yesterday, or no, we brought him to get COVID tested the day before yesterday, and it was negative. So he doesn't have COVID, but like he's still kind of lingering with those symptoms, and so we got to keep him home again today, unfortunately. It is what it is. But yeah, TRVN is actually setting up for the crossover. It really doesn't look that bad. Nah, listen. Nah, y'all are dumb. No, like I said, my son's just staying home from school again today, and she wanted to talk to me about that. And so we're all good, guys, you know. But yeah, so TRVN looking good here. We'll watch it. We'll see, you know. Not the most volume, but hey, it's worth watching at least. We also got like SSL. We got UA. Under Armour, which is pretty cheap, honestly. But yeah, that's really about it. I mean, let me know if you got anything else specific you want to take a look at. Yeah, y'all thought she was mad. She wasn't really mad. Like, she was just kind of concerned because she doesn't want him to send him to school. She doesn't want to send him to school sick. So it is what it is. You know. Alright, well, let me know right now what your favorite watch is right now. Listen. We've got BLRX, AIRI. BLRX is starting to move up. AIRI. What, buddy?
Can I play games, please?
What?
Can I play games, please, today?
No Switch. Just your iPad. You can play games on your iPad, but no Switch.
What about my Wii?
Maybe, but listen. You can only play video games for an hour and a half today. Because here's the problem, alright? This morning when I woke up with you, dude, you didn't cough at all, bro. You didn't cough at all. I didn't hear you cough. You didn't have a stuffy nose. Oh, yeah, I get it now. You're coughing. And you're also wanting to play video games. But as soon as your mom comes out, then you start coughing. And that's sus, bro. Yeah, you can cough in front of me. I don't know if I buy it, but you can stay home today. But you only got a limited time playing video games. You're gonna stay home and you're gonna be sick, and you're gonna lay down most of the day, and you're not gonna be able to play video games most of the day. You can watch TV and stuff, but that's it. All right. I love you. Here, get out of here. Close the door.
The door's already closed.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go into dad mode real quick. I thought I muted it, but I had to go into dad mode real quick because my son's milking the system here, you know. Gotta, you know, go into dad mode real quick. Right, you hear that, Glenn. You hear that, bro. That's super suspect, man. He didn't cough at all this morning. I sat there and I made him oatmeal this morning. Like, I made him oatmeal. We hung out for like 20-25 minutes before I came up here. Right? My man didn't cough at all the whole morning. Right, as soon as my wife comes out, he's all, man, that's suspect, bro. Yeah.
There's this game that I really love on the
What?
Switch.
What?
There's this game that I really love on the Switch.
Hey, dude, you're not playing the Switch. No, sir. You ask me again, I'm gonna take all the other video games away too. Love you. Get out of here. Yeah, you hear that, Glenn, man. You hear that, bro. As soon as I'm like, I don't know if I believe you. He all of a sudden, oh, I'm sitting there like, dude, get out of here, man. You know? Yeah, he knows. He knows. Yeah. Yeah, he knows. He knows. But I'm a dad, man. I don't buy that stuff. His mom might buy that stuff, but I'm like, you know. I don't trust him, you know. But yeah, we're watching EQ. We're gonna see what happens with this one. Right, yeah, you see if he comes back in here trying again, you know. He knows. Watch him be like, oh, I feel better. I'm gonna go to school now. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know, hey, I'm not mad at him for trying. I'm just not buying it, you know. He knows. But anyways, but yeah. We're watching BLRX. We're going to keep an eye on it. It's starting to move up and the volume is pretty solid. It looks like we got like 200 to 300,000 shares traded per minute here on average for BLRX. We're watching it around 225. I think it's a $0.25 level that's right around where we are. Oh, for sure. 100%, Tom. Yeah. What kind of song is this? I'm not feeling that one. I should be mad at Lil Wayne. Why? Oh, because Lil Wayne endorsed Trump. I mean, I'm not mad at anybody. Like, you know, I can't tell people who to vote for. To me, I'm not even voting, you know. So it doesn't matter either way to me, you know. I just think people are too emotional about politics in general, you know. And I'm not even going to go there today. EQ. We're going to watch this. We're going to see what happens here. EQ is probably my favorite one right now. Right under it, we've got $7. Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? What's up, brother? Can you explain what you do? So I buy and sell stocks within 30 seconds usually. And so I buy a stock if it goes up 5 cents and I'm holding 1,000 shares, then I make $50. If it goes against me 5 cents and I'm holding 1,000 shares, then I lose $50. You know, so forth and so on. That's basically what I do. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. We got SDPI that's kind of showing up. It's at like 59 cents. The overall SPY in the market itself today is red again today. So we are red again. We've been dropping pretty drastically the last 3 or 4 days here. Since, let me see. Yeah, we've been in a big downtrend in the market leading up to this election, I think. We're at 326 or 328.20s here. And so we are right here. And so we're still okay until we really break 320. I don't think it's gonna get too nasty in the market, but we're watching it. We can go ahead and read the market news too if anybody wants to. Let me know what your favorite stock is right now. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Leonard. Y'all be like Leonard. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. Hit that subscribe button. Do it now. You know you want to. Oh, for sure, Paul. I'm right there with you, bro. They're all crooks, man. All of them. You know. It's crazy, man. The whole thing's crazy, bro. Like, you know, both sides. Like, listen, if you think Joe Biden doesn't represent the elite, like that dude's getting so much PAC money from all these big companies and corporations, like they're controlling him basically. And so it's like ironic where people are like, oh, you know, the right is too elite. It's like, nah, they're both elite. They're both looking out in the elite best interest, and they're all crooks. Trump is, you know, Trump is Trump, and you know, no discretion. You know, says pretty dumb things sometimes that no president should ever say. Sits on Twitter too long. I just don't support either one of them, to be honest. And I think that they're both shady, and I would rather not vote for either one of them. You know. Under Armour moving up though. To move back to stocks. Y'all almost got me to talk about it, but I'm gonna move on from that. You know. MDGS. We're watching that. Let me see what else we got. What stock do you think is going to have the biggest gains? I have no idea. We're going to wait and see. Like, I would feel irresponsible if I did vote. You know. BLRX. Like I said, 225s is really what I'm watching. We do have a nice little range that I could potentially attack here between like 234 and like 210s maybe. You could even give it $2 for pre-market range. But we're gonna watch it and see if we break out of some of these ranges, like this 215 to 235, this 20-cent range there. We'll wait for that. MDGS is another one, but really it's like AIRI. The three main watches are AIRI, which is kind of setting up for the crossover. Like, we do have some extension away from the VWAP here, and so if we get the crossover, we might attack that with like a red to green crossover if we can get it. We're going to try to end green today and have a 80% accuracy week. It's a little bit misleading though, because the loss I took on Wednesday was large relative to the gains I've made this week. And so I'm still profitable on the week, but you know, 80% is a little misleading regarding accuracy, because while I've been profitable so far 3 out of 4 days, the one loss I had was pretty large. If I'm being completely fair to fair to everybody and being honest, I think the loss I had was too big. So we're gonna try to reel that down a little bit. Hey, you too, Paul. Hey, thanks, bro. Am I missing anything? Like, is there something that I haven't seen yet? I got BLRX, MGEN, SDPI. AIRI and EQ basically. And that's about it. Maybe MGEN, maybe, but that's about it right now. Let's go ahead and look at the catalyst. I don't think I've actually even looked at the catalyst yet, so let's go ahead and take a look here. First, we're gonna start with BLRX. This is BioLine RX, and they announced positive results from the interim Genesis Phase 2 trial of some biodrug in stem cell mobilization. Yeah, they reported initial phase 2 trial in first-line metastatic pancreatic cancer. And so yeah, positive results that came out yesterday. And then they had a positive results from the interim analysis of the Genesis phase 3 trial as well. So biodrug with positive results, legitimate catalyst. We'll see what happens in phase 3. We'll see what happens after these positive phase 3 results. We also got AIRI here, AIRI. Are you betting in stocks going up or down? I mean, I profit when stocks go up. If they go down, I just don't trade them, or I try not to. But yeah, AIRI is looking okay here. It's kind of setting up for the crossover. The only thing I would really like is some more volume coming in, but we're going to look for like a red to green move at the opening bell, and if we get that red to green move, then we're going to potentially attack it on the long here. But the reason this one's up is because yesterday they posted group third quarter sales of 13.66 million, which was better than the 12.5 million estimate. They did post a net loss of 477K versus net income of 398,000 as well. So we'll see what happens with this one. Ultimately, they had a third quarter loss. But I guess that's positive enough to make it want to go up here as well. Yeah, they said they reported Thursday sales returned to pre-pandemic levels. And so I guess some optimism in this company. We're going to see what happens here for AIRI. Float of 23 million, roughly, a little bit under 23 million. We also have EQ here, which is Aquilium. I think somebody already hit us with the news for this one for EQ. But this one is up after the company reported receiving FDA clearance of the COVID IND initial for phase 3 trial. So yeah, they reported they received FDA clearance for the phase 3 trial for their buyer drug for EQ. So we'll see what happens here. Again, I'm watching $7, this whole dollar level. It's right under us. $8 might have some resistance as well. A lot of the time, I'm mostly just trading half and whole dollars. And so we can also watch like $7.75 and then maybe $8.50 and then pre-market high up here as well. So we'll watch these levels. My line in the sand is kind of $7 though. Like if we keep dropping under that, I don't know if I'm going to trade this one today. We also got MGEN. This one moved. They acquired Viridian Therapeutics, or they disclosed that they were going to acquire Viridian Therapeutics. They didn't discuss any terms, and that was on the 28th, and I think this one still is simply moving off of that previous catalyst. Hey guys, listen, y'all want to do me a favor? Hit that like button. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. Cool kids, popular kids. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to not subscribe. Hey, listen. Help support your boy here and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. TRVN drug classified as Schedule 2 by DEA. Good volume. Yeah, we can watch TRVN. I don't know if I may hit that one or not, but we can watch it. I mean, this one might set up for the crossover too. We're looking at it. All right, guys. So yeah, the volume's still pretty suspect today. Hey, listen, y'all hit that like button. You know you want to. Let's try to hit over 100 likes before the opening bell. We still got like 25 minutes, but listen, let's try to hit that number. Everybody's doing it. You know you want to. We got 130 something people here. Hit the like button, guys. You know you want to. You want to be here every day. Hit that subscribe button too. Even if I lose, you want to watch that because if even if you're a hater, I might lose, and so you don't want to miss that. MRIN. But yeah, this is pretty dull here. Let's look at the SPY itself. Hey. SPY, we're down in the market again. Hey, my bad, guys. What's up, Stefina? Alright, stock futures were in the red as tech stocks led the pre-market slump following the release of financial results from a number of tech giants in the after-hour session. And this is all quoting from MT Newswires. Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook, Twitter reported mixed results but mostly beat the street forecast. However, the outlook for tech stocks remained bleak as Apple, for example, reported iPhone sales that were below the expectations. Twitter's user growth also missed estimates. Facebook warned of advertising headwinds in 2021 as well. And in economic data releases, the personal income data and personal consumption expenditures price index for September is going to be reported at 8:30 Eastern. So that should have came out 40 minutes ago, roughly. So yeah, we'll go over that number in a second. The third quarter employment index is also going to be released then. It should have been out already. We got Apple's down 4% after it reported fourth quarter earnings that were a little bit worse than they thought. Western Union reported non-GAAP third quarter income of 57 per share, which is better than last time. Commodities, we got crude oil down 0.3%. The U.S. oil fund is down 0.3%. Natural gas is up 0.7%. The U.S. natural gas fund is over 1% down. Is 1% lower. Gold is up 0.4%. The Spider Gold Trust is up 0.5%. Silver's up 0.8%. The iShares Silver Trust is up 1%. That is the market news today, guys. We also have some numbers for USA personal income that came out for September. It came out at 0.9% versus 0.4% expected, prior of 2.7%. USA personal spending month over month for September came in at 1.4% versus the 1% expected, prior of 1%. McConnell also said in a radio interview that another stimulus is possible after the election if the GOP keeps Senate. We'll see. So yeah, that's what we got. BLRX, watching that one. AIRI, this one might set up for the crossover. AIRI setting up a little bit. We got EQ, DSKE, and that one's no good. ALDX, we got East. See if we got anything that I missed. East, maybe. MoneyGram here, gapping up, but no volume. SDPI, maybe. And then we got like MGEN. Still watching ITP here. CIDM maybe. Nothing too hot. Riot. Hey, what's up, Bubba? Yeah, Quilliam had news. What's up, Tox? What's up, bro? Hey. TRVN is the other one that I didn't actually see, and we did get a little bit of a crossover here. It's a little bit too early for the crossover play for me specifically, but listen, we're still gonna watch it. But yeah, my favorite one right now is either EQ or BLRX. EQ's probably my favorite, but BLRX might drop enough to set up. We'll see though. Let me know what your favorite stock is right now and the reason for that. Hey, what's up, Bubba? What's up, man? Thumbs up, crew. Hey, we're trying to finish the week 100% accuracy today. That's what we're trying to do. Listen, I'm not saying I'm the best futures trader ever, but listen. I haven't had a losing day so far in my futures combine. Just to show you this, let me brag myself a little bit here. Let me brag a little bit. You know, I've had one reset, which was like 11 days ago. Look at that. Look at that beautiful stats, man. Look at this. Winning days, 100%. I haven't lost in futures. Literally haven't lost. I've traded 11 days. And the crazy thing is that this week, I haven't had a losing trade. No losing trades for me this week. 100% accuracy. I think I traded 9 times. Your son skipped school 9 times. But no. I think I traded 9 times. And I hadn't had any losing days. Let me confirm that real quick. Yeah. Oh no, this is last week. I don't want last week, I want this week. Yeah. 9 times. That's my graph this week, team. Look at that. I changed my name to, you know, Circle Trading. My max drawdown, the most I was ever down this week is 370. And so we'll see what we get. But hey, listen, we're gonna try to, we're killing it, you know. And the overall combine account, I'm up 1,270 bucks. Halfway there. Hey, that's right. Hey, listen, y'all hit that like button. We need 24 likes to hit that 100 like level before the opening bell. We still got like 19 minutes. Y'all hit that like button. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. If y'all all hit the like button today, I'll tell a funny story at the end. I'll do story time today at the very end of the stream. And maybe I'll give away an ebook if anybody really wants me to. But yeah, we gotta hit over 100 likes before the opening bell. We got that. Hey. Hey, what's up, RFAT? What's up, man? Hey, I'm trying, bro, you know. What's up, Cal? What's up, dude? Hey, what's up, Tox? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the stimulus package. I mean, listen, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know if we need it. I mean, I don't know if just spending all that money is necessary, but hey, I don't know. I'm intentionally ignorant of politics. Flex. Google's up. Google's up. We'll see what happens there. I don't know. I had some issues yesterday about in Thinkorswim. Not yet, though. Yeah, listen, we need 9 more likes. Are you gonna be the last like? Hey. You can see we're still actually following this range here from 215. Look at that level I drew, and look how well it actually followed that level. So I think kind of the line in the sand right now is 215. Look at that. And so we're gonna watch this range to break here, see if we can maybe profit from that range break. I don't know. It's not really my strategy, but listen, we're still gonna try to attack it if we can find something that's good enough to. Let's do this, team. Alright, we're gonna have Eric on stream today. Eric said he's gonna join the stream, so hey, listen, we're gonna have Eric on stream today. Let me see. Hey, there we go. We hit 100. We're at 100 even. Shout out to the haters. You can't stop us. You should have known that already. Watch us grow. Just watch us grow. It's going to feel great. Just watch us grow. You know? That's right. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. All right, let me get the sound right. Let's do a. All right, what's up? What's up, Eric? Let me do a sound check real quick. Let me Okay. Down. I'm gonna have to turn this down. Alright, that should be good, I think. Let me see. Oh no, wait, I might have to turn you up a little bit. Alright, now let's try it.
Alright, testing. How do I sound? Pretty good?
Sound a little bit low for me, but I think that's just on my end. Alright, let's try it again.
Testing. How are we doing?
Yeah, you're good on my end. What's up, team? Y'all can hear Eric well?
There we go.
You should be good.
Alrighty, how has this week been, dude? It's been super slow, like incredibly slow.
Yeah, for sure.
I've only been able to hit my daily goal 2 out of the 4 days.
Yeah, for sure. Very slow.
I hit it yesterday and I hit it Tuesday. And then on Monday and Wednesday, I was unable to hit the goal because there was not enough going on. So I just kind of like walked away. I think on Friday, on Wednesday, I didn't even really trade. I kind of walked, but yeah. So like Tuesday was 100 something. Yesterday was 100. Wednesday, I only made $2. I literally just walked away break even. And then Monday was a like $30 or $40 day. But for the month, because today's the last day of the month, yeah?
Oh yeah,
for trading. Yeah, for trading, this is the last day of the month, so we got to wrap it up like pretty good,
Right.
I think for the month, I'm sitting at $1,700 or $1,600. So I'm not gonna hit that 2K like I wanted, because this week was like, if this week was a normal week, it would have been like doable. but Monday and Wednesday just ruined it.
Yeah, it's been. I know even like Trader Mike, for instance, is like taking the
Yeah,
week
he's been
off.
struggling too.
Yeah,
Kyle's been struggling. Mike's been struggling.
Well, like Wednesday was one of the worst days for penny stocks I've ever seen. You know, and I lost like it was literally one of the worst days for penny stocks I've ever seen. Nothing ran, like literally nothing. Like everything, and the bad part is a lot of them set up. Like we had a lot of red to green looking moves and a lot of momentum looking moves, but then everything just dumped on us. And everybody, I think everybody like Ross from Warrior Trading, Trader Mike, like everybody was.
Ross
just
lost
like,
24K.
dang.
Ross lost 24K. So maybe I shouldn't feel too bad walking away with $2 because I mean that was like the smallest day of the month for me.
Yeah.
But I just kind of was looking at the market and I was thinking to myself, I can try to force myself to make money, or
Right.
I could just not and go back to bed,
Right.
and go trade another day where there's better opportunity. And that's been a thing that I've been having to learn, is to exercise that patience and just wait for the better day and constantly ask myself, is this the best opportunities that I'm
Right.
going to be getting? And
Yeah.
it sucks, but
Yeah, penny
gotta take
stocks.
what the market gives.
Sorry, what was that?
Just got to take what the market gives, you know.
Right, for sure. And especially like penny stocks, man. Penny stocks are, especially in penny stocks, you're going to have some days that just nothing, you know, and it sucks, but discipline's the right move there. And so I think you did the right thing. And I think that if you push too hard with penny stocks, it's usually not like with scalping. Like with my style of scalping mid and high caps, like I can if I continue to trade, I can usually end green, you know. But
Yeah.
like with penny stocks, in some days with penny stocks, if you keep pushing, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. And so you gotta just kind of hang it up and take a step back. I think with penny stocks, some days especially.
One thing I thought was really funny was, or two things that I thought was really funny from chat, is Bubba said, "Go back to damn traders are lazy." Yeah, I literally just went back to bed and took a nap on Wednesday. And then the other thing is, whenever I was saying that this week has been slow and I've only hit my daily goal 2 out of 4 times, Wretched said, "No wonder Chipotle stock is going down because
Right.
when I get my daily goal, I go get Chipotle."
Yeah. They're struggling right now. Struggling.
I don't get it. If I'm not going to Chipotle, they're gonna lose their money. That's funny.
Right, for sure.
That's really good.
But yeah, I'm hoping we get a good day. In futures, I haven't lost at all this week, like at all. No losing
Really?
trades in futures.
Nice.
9 green trades, 0 losses. And stocks itself, every day's been green except for Wednesday. Wednesday I took a sizable loss, and whoa, what happened to my scans? But yeah, Wednesday I took a sizable loss, and I'm still green slightly on the week, but it definitely kind of ruined my week for sure. And I think after the election, we'll get some more momentum. I think everybody, companies as well, are just kind of skeptical of stocks in the market right now in general.
Yeah, for sure. Are we seeing anything today? I'm kind of looking around, and maybe I'm missing what I see. BLRX. Let me check that out.
Yeah, BLRX is solid.
All right, we'll keep that on watch and see what happens.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at the daily real quick.
I'm looking at a few other ones here. DB. Let's see. No, DB doesn't look good. What was that
We're at
one?
226.
Momo maybe. But yeah, there's BLRX like on my list. Like my 4 main watches, and I should probably actually make this watch list, are BLRX, AIRI, EQ, and I think MGI.
Oh, dude, I traded EQ before. EQ, I traded, I think 3 months ago. I remember trading it. I had a pretty good time. 2.5. If you're watching BLRX, this goes for you and anyone in chat. Make sure you chart 2.5. It's going to be a really strong, really strong daily resistance.
What level?
2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's another level at 257, although I think that's going to be a little bit weaker than the one at 2.5.
Yeah, it's funny.
What's up?
I was just gonna say it's funny because I actually have both of those levels like documented on my chart, and so it's like great minds.
Oh, have you
think
traded
alike.
this before? Oh, or you did it today?
No, I was just looking at it. Honestly, I was just really looking at the confirmations in pre-market, and 250 certainly one, and then 260, is roughly the same. And so, and that's without me even looking at the daily.
Over the last 1 year, yeah, it's came up to 2.5 twice, and then just got hard rejected. So,
It's a nice level, and it's a $0.50.
And it's a $0.50.
But yeah, aside from that, I mean, we're not really getting too much else that I like. We got a few other ones that I'm just kind of watching just to watch, just because, you know, we don't have too much else to watch. Like SDPI is one. AIRI is the other one. EQ.
Yeah, ARI is the next one. I'm gonna look at AIRI.
And then MoneyGram's starting to rip up, which is like Walmart's version of Western Union.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not gonna be keeping AR or AIRI on watch.
Yeah,
Not very good to me.
Unless we get some type of setup, I'll probably won't, you know, trade it either.
Man, today's looking like it's pretty boring. I mean, it's a Friday, but
right. Yeah, Fridays are slow. I usually try to slow down on Fridays, but if we get something, we'll try it in green, but it depends. MDGS is another one that I'm kind of watching. It's a pullback, and it doesn't have too much volume now, but you know, sometimes these are gonna pop off as well. Hopefully, we get something.
Not looking like it's gonna be a very eventful day.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, yeah, dude, this is like a last Friday too, if I remember correctly. I think last Friday was not too great. The 23rd. I'm gonna check my P&L for the 23rd and see how I did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, last Friday I made like $10 from day trading. Oh, that's right. I was on stream with you last Friday.
Right.
And I was up $80, and then there was that one trade where I ended up getting caught, and then I went down to only $10, and then I took my swing trade on Tesla. By the way, if you guys were here last Friday and you remember that I swing trade on Tesla, I exited the Tesla swing trade for $50 profit. So
Green's
5
good.
shares, so $10 a share is what I got.
That's solid. You know, green is good. I know you were getting some hate for that, and so.
Well, it was just one guy didn't like my Tesla trade.
Yeah, which it is what it is.
He
Everybody's
must have
not
been
gonna
short.
like it. Right, for sure. And that's almost a certainty. Is that he was either short, buy, and put options on it or something. That's almost a certainty. MoneyGram though, starting to push up, and so I'm watching MoneyGram. MoneyGram is
What's
getting a little
the
bit.
ticker?
MGI.
MGI.
And
Nice.
Yeah, and this is a pretty well-known stock. This is like, if you ever need to send money, you can through MoneyGram. It's like Western Union basically for Walmart, but they're all located in Walmart, so it's like Walmart's version of Western Union basically.
Float MGI.
Oh, it's 51 million, I think. Let me see. It's
It
50,
looks like 56.
Yeah, something like that.
56.6. All right, that does look interesting. I do like that. Like, what's the daily look like? So we got. Wow, the daily looks interesting. I mean, it's the daily's like a bull flag, so let's chart out that.
Caitlin says, question, my MacBook Pro's battery is dead and they want to charge me a stupid price to change it. Has anyone ever done it? I'm not a Mac guy. I'm mostly a Windows guy, and for Windows, I'm mostly a PC guy, and for my computers, the battery, all I really have to do is it's literally like putting a Nintendo cartridge in, it's literally just pull it out, put a new one back in, and done. With MacBooks, you know how Steve Jobs was. He was super inclusive with his products, and so I believe you. If anybody else knows, I sure don't, I guess. Grant says it's easy. What else we got? All right, guys, we got about 2 minutes, a minute and a half. MoneyGram, big pullback, though. Look at that. Down to 5.
Yep, pretty big pullback. I mean, it was running really hard, though. It looks like there were multiple consecutive green. I'm gonna take a look at EQ. I see that. I remember you called it out, and I see other people mentioning it, so.
Yeah, it's spiking right now. A little bit.
And then I just got added on Discord by Reborn saying to look at BRTXQ.
BRTXQ?
Yeah, let me take a look at. So, 5 minute. Okay.
It's not really my wheelhouse. It's 5-cent stock.
Oh yeah, I don't like trading 5-cent stocks either. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, just too cheap. Harder to predict. But we got less than a minute, guys, so I'm gonna get everything ready. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what I want to watch. So should I watch? Do I want to watch BLRX? And so it looks like the three that are in play maybe is EQ, BLRX, and what was the last one? I can't remember.
AIRI, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was that one I wasn't planning on watching. It was MGI. Was it MGI?
Yeah,
I had MGI. I was gonna watch MGI because it did look like it could be interesting.
Alright, so here we go. Bell's opening up right. I think I'm gonna watch EQ. Just depends. We still might get the crossover for EQ. We'll wait for it. Wait, there's the bell, guys. Good luck.
Oh wow. All right, we just made a quick $40 scalp on BLRX.
Nice.
Wow, dude! Oh my God!
Yeah,
oh, I'm
BLRX
sorry, that was a little
big.
bit loud. That was a little bit loud, but I bought in at 20, so I actually got in at the very bottom there. I bought at 20 and I sold at 27.5, so 227.5. And then right after I sold at 227.5, it ripped. I sold the second I saw it slow down on the bid.
It happens.
Yeah,
Green's green.
A very quick $40 scalp.
Yeah, green's good. You know,
Yeah.
nice trade. Especially in that opening minute, bro. Stuff like this can happen for sure.
Oh
so,
no,
like,
I forgot to record. Oh my God, now I can't make a video.
No, you're good. You could always use on demand for Thinkorswim and just replay it and just explain. You could show them the profit and then just replay it. I do that a lot with Thinkorswim.
Man, I totally forgot to record. I think it's because today was such a boring, like it looked like it was going to be pretty boring, that I wasn't actually expecting to be able to make a play out of open.
Right.
And then it happened, and I was completely missing it.
So AIRI is showing up here a little bit. We are getting a somewhat of a red to green move. Yeah. I might buy a little bit here. It just depends. Like over 40, I might buy some just to slowly start to scale into this position here for AIRI. I'm also looking at MGI. Also, you spiked a little bit.
Recent. Oh yeah, EQ is what I wanted to watch. How's EQ doing?
It's down.
Not too hot. Yeah, not too hot. If we can hit the daily goal, I'll be happy. And for Friday, I don't really like to keep high expectation.
Right, for sure. Too much pressure on Friday is bad, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get fails. Tried to jump in here, didn't get filled, but it's all right. We're gonna slowly start to scale into 50 shares, maybe buy another few shares here with AIRI, and then just risk off of that previous low. Keep it very, very small here. All right, so we got a little push for. I'm gonna try to jump in a few more. No fill. Try to jump in. All right, so we're with 200 shares of AIRI here. Small enough to where like we get a big reversal, we're just gonna pop out of this thing, which we're kind of getting now. It's nothing significant enough to really be too worried. I think we can just let it play out. So we're in 200 shares of AIRI here. We get down to like 37s, 137s. We're just gonna bail out of this thing. I'm also watching EQ. We get a red to green move on EQ. I might attack that. All right, there's a nice little pop here for. There we go. All right, we got out of half of the position for AIRI. Trying to let it work, 47s. I gotta be careful in case we get that rejection at 150s, but I think we can let it work and build up here. And
$10 scalp on BLRX, entry at 212, exit at 214, 500 share.
All right, so we are out.
Gain.
All right, so yeah, we're out of AIRI. It wasn't quite the crossover. It was more so just a red to green move for this one, but nice little $12 gain there, small little gain. We're also looking at EQ though.
I'm also watching EQ and BLRX.
Yeah, they got some interesting movement for sure right now. EQ just a huge range, though. We got to be careful. MGI is showing up on the scans, and yeah, MGI, and rightfully so. MGI is pushing up, getting very close to that pre-market high, guys, at 550. So watch MGI here if it breaks 550.
EQ approaching the previous high since open, and if it breaks through that 730 level, it's very likely to touch VWAP, and I expect that it's very likely that it would even just go through the VWAP up to 7.5 and then have a very strong response and flush below VWAP down to 725, 720 area. But I wouldn't be willing to buy a bungee pullback off of that. I would instead wait. I don't even know if it's going to be breaking 730. So coming up with this trade plan seems a little bit like unnecessary. But
what? No, it's an okay trade plan. Not to interrupt you, but another one, just to show you guys this, another one that's really moving today is UUU from the other day. So check out that one, Eric. You might like that one because that one is popping off too. But go ahead, my bad.
Let me take a look at UUU. Oops, I typed in UU.
Yeah,
I don't like the volume on it. The volume on it's like incredibly low. I don't like to trade things with less than 100,000 a candle.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, and EQ's pulling back some. I hope you guys see how like Eric and I have the same kind of, thesis on like what this stock is gonna do basically.
Yeah, the stock looked really weak. Sorry.
Right. Oh no, you're good. All I was gonna say is that like we both understand, and this is something that you need to understand. Like when a stock opens up like noticeably below the VWAP, it's usually gonna get rejected at the VWAP. All right, either at the VWAP.
I just made a $45 scalp on that right there.
Oh, nice.
$45 scalp on EQ. My entry was at 671. So what was the bottom? The bottom was, so I was 4 cents from the bottom, and then I sold at 680 with 500 shares. $45 profit. I'm now up $92.50 on the day.
Nice.
But sorry, I'll let you finish now because I just I took a trade, so I wanted to.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, no, listen, if you're in a trade or if you're getting out or you make a trade, you can yell over me. I'm good, Okay. It happens because I do it too. It's fine. It happens with trading for sure. But no, UUU's pushing up. MGI is about to hit that pre-market high, so I think that's one of the main watches to look at here for MGI because it's right around that pre-market high level, like right around. It's at 548, and here's the pre-market high break right now. There's the break, just ripped up 10 cents over the pre-market high. Yeah, big break there.
And one of the things that I was going to say about EQ whenever it was trading up around that 720, 730 level is one of the reasons why I still expected this to be relatively bearish. And like it also explains the flush because some people might be curious, why did it just flush so hard, So the reason why I felt that it was weak is every time it was creating new highs, it was very, 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 very small. Like it would very marginally increase the high. So we had a high at 724, came back up, tested it, rejected. It finally broke through and then only set a high 6 cents higher. And then it kept testing that level, kept on failing. The third time it tested, it just rejected. And the reason why it flushed as hard as it did, yes, for EQ.
Yeah. And
then the reason why it finally flushed as hard as it did is because there was a long period of accumulation. Right. On all of these candles, there was 530 the first, almost 300 the second, almost like 260 the, like, you know what I mean? There was 5 candles of like massive amounts of accumulation, and once it finally rejected, some people started selling, and it just kind of creates like a panic. Squeeze. Right? It's like a panic because the first people start selling, and once it starts going down, people will panic and more sell, and it's just a spiral. Until all of that accumulation is exhausted, which is where I buy, right? I bought at 271, and I tried to buy the end of the fear where there will be a correction from all of that panic that we had just experienced.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And that's what we call a squeeze. So the panic that Eric's referring to, guys, is what we call a squeeze. And a squeeze is just basically when people get squeezed out of the trade is like where it really comes from, because it's like people set a level, certain people start to sell, and then other people see the stock drop from that selling, and then they start to sell. And so it starts this chain reaction of selling that just rips the stock down, and then Eric's at the bottom profiting from the inevitable bounce that we're going to get from that finally running dry. But yeah, another thing that looked super weak here was all the wicks. Look at all these wicks up here. A lot of consolidation, a lot of wicks, and I think
a lot of accumulation. A lot of accumulation, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So there was
It's-
a lot of people with a lot of shares there, and then
Right.
that's why the panic was so big.
For sure. It's a good lesson on understanding like why stocks get squeezed down like this, and I think Eric did a good job of explaining that too, because that's basically how it goes. And it's something that, like we've said it before, you get into a little bit of a flow state with stocks, and like some of the stuff is stuff that you'll pick up as you kind of get into that like understanding about especially low float stock movement. It looks like it was halted. Maybe no, it wasn't halted. It had a weird candle. MGI is still just hammering up. It broke that pre-market high and it just, ripped up like a solid 40 cents. So big move for MGI too. I wish I would have taken this 1 minute pullback right here. This is a strategy I always talk about, which is that my favorite time to attack this 1 minute pullback is like right before a big level. And so you had the pre-market high right there at 550, and it was just right before that we had that 1 minute pullback. Hey Eric, hold it down, bro. I gotta go run to the restroom. So.
Oh shoot, I was eating. Okay.
You're good,
No,
bro.
no.
Just hang out, and you don't have to talk. Just I'll be back.
If anybody has any questions and stuff, I'm eating right now, so I can answer questions in chat. Also, if you liked my explanation of like how that trade on EQ went, I have a channel where I will I explain all of my trades and stuff like that. Definitely go and consider checking that out. I will link it in chat in just a minute if you guys want to check me out. I know a lot of you guys already do, but if this is your first time tuning in, I'll link it in case you want to join. Oops, oh god. All right, I'm gonna put it in chat. That's my YouTube. So if you guys want to if you were here for the explanation on EQ and it made sense to you, you can go check out my channel. And I do a lot of content where I just kind of will explain my trades and teach my strategy because it works pretty well. So Hyder asked, Eric, do you trade futures? I do not trade futures. I actually was suggested to trade futures by John, and I went to apply for it. And when they asked my experience, I put moderate, and then they rejected me and said that I didn't have enough experience. So I kind of felt really bad because I was trying to be modest because I didn't want to be I'm an expert or something. But I should have just put I was an expert, I kind of messed up on that. Marlon asked, he said, you're hilarious, man. Love listening to you. Keep it up. Thank you so much, man. Austin added me, but I don't see a question. So if you had a question, oh, there we go. He sent another one later. He said, what the heck is going on with Hertz? I held $500 yesterday and now it's suspended. Any chance I'm not 100% effed? All right, let me take a look at Hertz. I personally don't like Hertz because its float is so high. I tried trading it. So I've had this month. So we're, this is the last trading day of the month. I've had 3 red days this entire month. 2 of the red days were less than $30. I've only had one significant, decent red day, and it was $160 red, up 1700 or something. And for Hertz was one of the stocks that I was red on. So I don't like Hertz in general, Austin. I'm looking at it now,
Bad
and
news.
it is it's not trading. I don't know why that is, and I'm not.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So I see why it's not trading. This is why. It's pretty bad news for you, Austin. Hertz Global is now going to begin trading under the symbol HTZGQ. And the reason for that is because it is suspended by trading in the New York Stock Exchange, and it's now getting moved over to pink sheets.
And my god, are you serious?
Yeah. So sorry,
Wow.
Austin. That's tough, bro. That's a rough break.
Ouch,
Man.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's rough,
that sounds bad. Yeah. No bueno.
You might have shares of the penny stock though. It just depends on what it is. Let's see. I mean, MGI drastic pullback, but let me see. It's HTZGQ. I mean, it's a 79-cent stock now too. So yeah, it opened up at 130. Yeah, it sounds like today was the first day it opened. So I would look in your broker statement to see if you're holding this right now, HTZ GQ, because it's now over in pink sheets, unfortunately.
And let that be a lesson as to, you said you only had like 500 in it, so it's not
the
that,
end of the world.
I mean, it's just not a big, like, it's not a horrible, like, goof. Like, even if, like, you have a small account, it's not the end of the world for you, probably. So, actually, not probably, it isn't. But so let it just be a lesson that holding stocks that are going bankrupt is a little bit, like, risky, you know?
Yeah, right. Like, and somebody's saying it's not true. I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you guys, okay? And this is an article that came out, about 20 minutes ago, about 23 minutes ago, okay? And it says, quote, and this is from PR Newswires. It says, quote, Hertz Global Holdings today announced that its common stock will start trading exclusively on the over-the-counter market. Stock quotations will be available on the OTC bulletin board pink sheets under the ticker symbol HTZGQ. The New York Stock Exchange determined that Hertz was no longer suitable for listings following the company's May 2020 Chapter 11 filing and its review of the company's appeal of the delisting. The stock will no longer trade on the New York Stock Exchange effective today, October 30th, 2020. Yeah, and that's the news, brother. Sorry to hear that, man. It's rough, but, you know, it could have been worse, so always try to look at the bright side and optimism, you know. It sucks. I traded Hertz, too, so I can't even say it was a bad trade, because I did bought Hertz back in the day when it originally filed for its first Chapter 11, which is just a reorganizational bankruptcy. I made like 100% on it, and I swing traded overnight. But the good thing is that it was such a cheap stock. I only had like 1 or 200 shares, and I was in it for like a few $100, so the risk was small.
Paul, do you? Oh, sorry. I thought.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say BLRX is starting to head back up.
Yeah, I'm watching that too. While I'm eating breakfast, but Paul D said, "Are you having a day trader's oatmeal and blueberries? LOL. I'm actually having a croissant. That's my breakfast. A croissant with coffee.
I was gonna say, is it Chipotle?
A Chipotle for breakfast. That would be dope.
Yeah, I love Chipotle too, man.
I might buy a micro pullback. Probably not though. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think
my keyboard.
I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then if I make a play on BLRX, I'm gonna commentate it, like what I'm thinking as I do it, instead of being quiet and then telling what's going to happen afterwards.
Yeah, no worries at all. My bad if I'm mispronouncing it. Druve? No worries at all, man. It happens. But
this
yeah,
this next candle's gonna flash, probably. Don't quote me, but I think it's gonna flash.
But yeah, so yeah, Hertz will make you hurt. Love it. But no.
All right, now you can quote me.
Yeah, they see the 1.6 billion funding last week. The 2 nicest streamers online. Hey. It's Eric Green, Chuck here. I got you. I don't think his link is in the description. I'll add it real quick right now. Hey, Hey, I appreciate the sub. Whoever Marcus, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
BLRX.
Yeah, it's starting to rip, about to break highs, or close to it. It's breaking 235, which is a level, I think, right now. Yeah, if you want to check out Eric's channel, here's the link. Y'all can go sub to his. Hey, nice, Drew. Wait here, I'm going to add it to the description as well.
I posted a new video yesterday. I'm trying to make it go viral, so you know, after we turn off the stream, you should go check it out and click like for the YouTube algorithm, and then even like leave like a comment or something. Help me get it viral. All right, yeah. That's the goal. I'm clickbaiting warrior trading. That's the that's the goal.
Let's see, wait, where did it go?
And it's a good video. It teaches you exactly how to trade the pullbacks that I trade.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, breakfast down, and now we can really get into some trading.
That's right. Is Hertz dead? Nah, Hertz has moved to the pink sheets. You know, Jordan Belfort's about to start trading it. All right, here goes. Look, I'm gonna buy a little bit of BLRX here. 25 shares, maybe add to it. See if we get a
But
little.
you
pop.
bought already? I would wait a little bit. I think it's.
Well, it's 25 shares, so it's literally just a tiny position, just so I can
Gotcha.
have an okay average. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy a bunch until it really breaks and then pulls back, I think.
Yeah, because it definitely needed to pull back before it breaks through that 239 level.
Right, for sure. But yeah, 25 shares. So and I analyzed the range. It's a pretty small range. So like, I don't think it's gonna be a huge loss per se. Might have to add
And
like another.
this is the stock with a very, very strong 2.5 level. So if we do break through this 239, I would recommend selling or taking profit at 2.5.
Right.
'Cause
Oh, for sure.
I'm 99.9% sure it will reject hard off of 2.5.
All right, so we are in with 100 shares here, and we might add some more, but it just depends. Just a small position so far now.
I've been doing 500 shares, yeah.
Yeah, just pretty tiny, and we're just gonna see if we can get a little pop, sell
Gonna
into
break.
the strength.
It's gonna break. I believe. Maybe not. I still believe. I think it will break.
Yeah.
There we go, I bought in. I'm out.
Yeah, so quick.
Well, I thought it was gonna break right there, and then I saw on the level 2 it wasn't breaking, so then I sold.
Yeah, I'm
Because
out.
I felt really strongly that it was going to break, and when it didn't, I just so I bought in at 238.98, and then I sold at 239, so I made 0.0002. Green trade,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I lost $6. Yeah, I got out on this last pullback, and I was just seeing if we had some momentum there. But if we break it again, I don't mind jumping back into it. I've got a decent amount of equity today, and so we're gonna see. But I don't really see anything else. MGI was the only other one that looked good, and it kind of just tanked on us the last 20 minutes or so. And so I think everybody's watching this one, which means it can have a lot of swings for sure.
And so the reason why I bought there, despite it not being a pullback, is I was watching the ask, and it had like 200 on the ask, and then it like evaporated and went down to 50 on the ask. So I bought in anticipation of the break, and when the ask got when people got back on the ask and I saw it wasn't breaking, I just sold immediately again
Right.
because
I'm
I'm trying to
looking at
preserve
EQ.
the accuracy. You know,
Yeah.
all about preserving the accuracy.
Yeah, I'm still green on the day. I am up a whopping $6, and we'll see what we get. There's just nothing really else moving right now. Like even on the scans, pretty dull day. Somebody started
looking
telling me
for-
futures.
I'm looking for a flush below VWAP. I'm thinking maybe, I'm maybe thinking 218, 216 area for an entry. EQ is running, by the way. It's coming up to that previous 7.3 level.
Yeah, EQ is so expensive, but it's the same type of thing. Like I might buy like 25 shares here. But we need to break first. I don't want to jump in this one, especially not this one early, just because it had that huge dump already at 7:30, and we're at the VWAP.
Yeah, if I buy EQ, it would be at like 685 to 674-ish area. Like that would be my range.
Right.
Someone said MGI is going up. I'll take a look at it really quickly.
Yeah, I'm watching it right around 550.
I still don't like it. I don't like it. Every time I
watching
look at it, I just don't like it.
If it could get over the VWAP, I might consider it again. BLRX is back up to that level, so we'll see if I can redeem myself.
Yep,
for BLRX
it is
real
back
quick.
up. Yep. I'm watching that as well.
I missed my fill. Alright, so we are filled. Not a bad fill at 235s. And so we're gonna give it one more shot here, and then just.
I
jump up.
bought that break. I tried to buy that breakout, and I got burnt on it again. Except that time, instead of it being a winner still, that one was a loss. I lost. How much did I lose? 3. I think I lost like. I don't know the exact amount, but I think it was like $8. I think I lost $8 or so.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here again. I got out. I got burnt on that one too. It's just failed too many times, and it's just been such a tough week for penny stocks that like I gotta be careful, you know,
Yeah.
and see if we can like get anything, you know.
I'm no longer willing to buy the breakout on BLRX above 2.4, but I just wanted to play it again because I thought it had the potential to do it. And taking an $8 loss isn't a big deal
Right.
because even with the $8 loss, I'm still only one trade away
For sure.
from hitting 100 for the day. So I just have to find that one trade. And if it broke out above 2.4, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say guaranteed, but it's pretty much guaranteed to run to 2.5, and that would have been a $50 winner. So
Did I
there's
miss
good risk to
EQ?
reward.
EQ.
Yeah, I called out the run on EQ, but now it's like going back.
Jumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I avoided that mess.
Yeah.
I'm
Looking
looking at
for
the
our
SPY.
flush on BLRX. Looking for that flush. I don't know where I'm gonna buy yet. I'm still looking. I think 215 maybe. This is gonna be, so this trade right here, I don't have an exact level I'm looking to buy. I'm thinking 215, but I'm reading the level 2 to try to determine my entry. Holding up at 221, but it's breaking through the bid, but it kept on getting re-added to. Held 221. We don't want to buy a pullback that is that small for Bungie. Like, we like to see a larger dump than that for a Bungie pullback. It still looks like, sorry, if you had something to...
Oh, I was just going to say, I jumped in, I scalped the 1 minute pullback at the 550 level for MGI. I'm up $20 in that trade. And so I think, yeah, I'm up a nice little $20 today or so. But yeah, you can see MGI here. It was just a really quick trade, so I didn't really have too much time. But you can see the 1 minute pullback right around that 550 level. And one of my strategies that I always talk about, man, I'm stuttering today. One of my strategies that I talk about is hitting the 1 minute pullback right around a big level, right? So we have 550, we broke 550, and then we got that little 1 minute pullback. It's kind of it's similar to your little Bungie pullback trade. Yours is on the kind of the downside though, and mine's kind of a very similar thing on the upside. But we caught it with 200 shares, and got ourselves back to green on the day.
How expensive is MGI?
$5, $5.60.
Hey, you're scaling up, right? I think that's like bigger than you were doing last week, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was about $1,000
shit.
in equity in that trade.
Nice.
But we're green on the week so far. If I can end this week green, then I've only lost one day, and honestly, it's something I'm actually very proud of with penny stocks, and it kind of shows. Eric, man, I used to hate penny stocks, bro. I used to talk smack about penny stocks, and I did.
Oh, man, we would have beefed so hard.
Bro. And trust me, we would have to. You could ask everybody that is like a super OG of my channel. I used to talk hella smack about penny stocks, bro. But it changed when I actually started to trade them and I started to back test them. Like, here's a cool fun, I'm really proud of my trading because in the last month, I have not lost over or more than 1 day a week. Any day. Any week this week. In the last 4 weeks, I've only lost a maximum of 1 day per week in penny stocks. And so it shows how profitable they really are if you can get your strategies right.
Yeah, I love penny stocks, man. And every month it gets better. Like, for this month, we're at 3 red days. I had a red day on October 1st, October 15th, and October 16th. And they're all small, so it's just the consistency I feel is so empowering, and it's just so enjoyable. It's
Sure.
the most fun. I've said it before, but trading is the thing
fun.
in my life that I enjoy the most.
Yeah,
Every
for sure.
day, I when I go to bed, I'm at dinner time, I'm always excited to go to bed so that I can wake up and trade again. When market open when market's closed and stuff, it's always horrible. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel such a compulsive urge to trade that I will do it on demand, just so I can go and get the feeling of buying that perfect Bungie.
Yeah, and it's good. I think, see, I used to be like that. I'm not saying I love trading still. I still look forward to trading every day, but I used to do exactly like you, where before bed, I would get excited. I would get butterflies because I got to trade the next morning, I think I've just traded for years now, and that's worn off a little bit, but I still love it, and I still trade every day, and I still get really excited. And I think if you're going to succeed in trading, you have to be like that. You have to have that much passion about it, because if you don't, it's just going to dwindle, and you're just not going to be interested in it. So you got to have that passion.
And I think that one of the reasons that makes it so exciting too is that I know that there's I have so much room to improve. Right now I'm making I don't know, 1,500 to 2,500 a month. That's my range at the moment. But I have a lot more capital to trade, and I just have to get comfortable doing it. I made a declaration of war with Ross Cameron. Man. I have some. I gotta get up there. I can't keep trading at this low.
Yeah.
I gotta get up to $10,000, $20,000, even $30,000 positions, and I'm just so excited to get there, because I think this time next year, and I say this a lot because I'm putting it on the record. I think this time next year, when we're talking, I'll be making 10 to 20,000 a month
Hey,
from
you got
trading.
it. Yeah, you got that, man. You know?
Yeah, I'm just like, it's so exciting. I
Right.
love trading, man.
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of, you know, in trading you have this big debate in trading with a lot of the times, especially with like longer term investors, right? Where the argument is that day trading cannot be a profitable endeavor. They say that day traders fail, and that it's like there's this big argument where it's like, is day trading profitable? Like, can you succeed long term in day trading? And like, I'm here to tell you, like, as a natural skeptic myself, you actually certainly can make money in day trading like that. Like I said, the last month, I haven't lost over 1 day a week. Like, I've only lost 1 day maximum a week. And I stream it all live here, you know. And so it certainly is possible, but it takes a while, you know. But it certainly is possible. And most of the time, the people that are like, oh, no, you can't, are usually the people that have just lost a bunch of money and they didn't stick with it, you know.
You know how there's like that like Thailand study where they did like 40,000 day traders or something like that, and among the 40,000 day traders, only like 500 or something were profitable, and then among that 500, most, I don't think like any of them made above like minimum wage or something like that. And when I see that, I'm just like, okay, so why does this speak to day trading as a whole? I mean, because like, you know, if like for the study, they could have gotten any like random sample, or like even, you know, someone who's trading on like Robinhood, right, who has just picked up day trading, like me a couple years ago, like not years ago, rather, like a year ago, like about a year ago, I was on Robinhood because I would just like put in money to invest, you know what I mean? Like I would just throw in money from my paychecks, right, and just throw it into Robinhood to invest. And then eventually I was like, okay, like let's get into this day trading thing, and I did it. Like I had some information, but overall it was relatively blind, you know. And like that would still count in that study, you know what I mean?
Oh, for
and
sure.
Those aren't the type of people
that fails.
Yeah, and those aren't the type of people that you want when you're evaluating whether or not day trading is a profitable endeavor.
Right.
You want the people who are actually like trying and like working towards it, like with intent, you know.
Right. I think the more accurate way to look at it would simply just be I think the more accurate way to study it would just be to take people that have been day trading for a minimum of 2 years and see like how often they're profitable, or see the average of their profits, and like if how many of them are successful versus losing. And I think that'll be a more accurate depiction of whether day trading can be a profitable endeavor. And I do think there is like an intelligence aspect of day trading. Right, I do think there's an intelligence aspect of it. I think that I'm not saying like unless you believe in like behaviorism, right? I think there isn't like point is I don't think you can be dumb in day trade. I think it's gonna take great analytical skills in order for you to be a good day trader. Like you're gonna have to analyze the heck out of everything and understand different dynamics and nuances of the market, and you're gonna have to pick those up. And so I don't think everybody can do it, but I do think that if you have, you know, above average intelligence, and if you consistently do it for enough time, then you can, you know. And it just depends, regardless of what niche you're in, right? Like futures, penny stocks, if you put enough work in with each one of them, you're gonna find success, I think, as long as you're not an idiot, you know. You know
Wait, I just want to I think the sentiment overall is okay, but I wouldn't say you're an idiot if you don't succeed, because
right, no, no, trust me. That's not what I meant. That might have come across wrong. I don't mean that, like, I don't mean if you fail, you're an idiot, because I think people fail for a number of different reasons. I think people fail because lack of patience, or a you know, lack of discipline more than anything, and that has nothing to do with intelligence, because the smartest people in the world usually have issues with discipline and you know, patience. You know, a lot of the times they say geniuses are the messiest people on earth, but what I'm saying though is that if you work at it every single day consistently for years and years, you know, you should be able to succeed, you know.
Yeah. Can I real quick respond to a couple comments?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So Social Experiment Adamini, he said BLRX pulled back to 213 like Eric said. It did pull back to the area I said, but not how I wanted it to. And I just want to clarify that with my strategy, I would not have bought BLRX on that pullback to 213, even though 213 is like a level that I called. And the reason why is I trade the Bungie pullback, and I recently renamed my Bungie pullback from what I previously called an intense pullback. And here's how I explain my strategy. I address it in my most recent video, but I understand like not everyone here will go and watch it. So what my bungee pullback essentially means, and it's kind of just like visualize someone that is bungee jumping, right? If you like jump off a bridge with the bungee, there's going to be a lot of velocity as you fall, and once you reach that like bottom, you're going to like rubber band and slingshot back up. And that is the type of style like trade that I'm looking for, is like that bungee effect. But now in an alternative scenario, let's say that a person has a superpower and they're able to glide. If they're gliding down to the bottom, there isn't really going to be a bounce. And now if we go look at the chart on BLRX, this looks more to me like it's like gliding down to 213 instead of them jumping off a bridge. You know what I mean? We want the stock to jump off a bridge whenever we're buying. We don't want to see the stock glide down to our level.
Right.
So that's why I wouldn't do that. And then the other thing, there was one other comment I wanted to I'm reading through because I don't remember it. Oh, Chuck said, "Are you full-time, Eric?" Trading is my only source of income. I don't think I think with my current like how much money I've been making, it would be not a luxurious life. You know, like I mentioned it, this month I'm up like $1,700. If you look at my 30-day performance, I'm up 2,200. But for the month of October, I'm up like 1,700 or something like that.
Right.
And
Hey, nice, Richard. Yeah, I'm looking at MARPS. It's just not really my style. This is a parabolic move, so the only thing you can really do, in my opinion, is tack these little 1-minute pullbacks that happen.
I don't remember the last thing I was gonna say, so I'll just forget about it.
Yeah, honestly, no. What like so Jorge said the worst idea I've ever done. First of all, you don't do an idea, so it'd be the worst idea I've ever had. Number one. Also, he said the worst idea I've ever done is coming to this live. Hey, listen, man. In the end, we're just a free live stream, brother. My guess...
No. I don't think he meant. Maybe he did mean the live stream. But when I read that, I was being charitable, and I was imagining what he meant is, like going into live trading. But maybe he was just hating on the stream. But I like to be charitable, and assume that people aren't being, that.
I mean, most of the time, if he is mad, like, it probably goes like this, right? Like, number one is that, like, there's a delay on this stream. There's certainly a delay. Because, and why is there a slight, there's a slight delay, number one, so I don't get banned from trade ideas, right? Because if you know Stock Rocks, they got their channel taken down because they were not setting a delay on their live stream. And so there is a delay. For any trade idea stream, there's gonna be a delay. Another reason there's a delay is because I don't want people to copy me, man. Like, I'm not trying to have people copy me. Like, I don't want people to copy me, right? But people end up copying me anyway. And especially with the delay that we have here, it's not a good idea to copy me, man. I don't want you to copy me. But a lot of the time, people lose. And they take too much risk. They're trading too large most of the time. And it's very difficult for, like, an immature person to be introspective. Right? It's very difficult. It's very difficult for somebody to look inside and say, hey, like, it's not John's fault I lost. Like, it's not John's fault I'm losing money. Like, it's my fault. Like, I'm trading too large. Like, I'm trading with too big of sizing. Like, John's buying, 100 shares. He's making, like, $15 a trade, But it's very difficult for people to be introspective, and it's very easy for, like, an immature person to just blame whomever, right, for whatever reason. Because it's hard for them to blame themselves. Because, let's be honest, nobody's really that mature. And so that's when you get people that, like, really hate on this live stream. It's either that, or it's people that wanted to create, like, a platform like this and wanted to, like, build something cool like this and just didn't. And so now they hate on anybody that did. That's plausible too. I think MARPS was halted. Hey, I'm not doing it, Mitchell. Yeah, for sure.
Wait, Christian just called me Chipotle. Like, he referred to me as Chipotle. He said, I enjoy listening to Chipotle and waiting for him to trade higher amounts. Wish you the best.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm gonna email I think I should just email them and just ask if they'll sponsor me. Like I don't even need to be paid. I just want to be able to say I'm sponsored by them.
Right. Next level, you know. Oh my
go.
gosh, man! Look at. Whoa, is this real? Oh,
What?
no, okay. Oh, sorry. I no. What happened is I accidentally zoomed in on an old part of MARPS. We're getting a pullback though.
Oh,
Hey,
so it looked like a huge candle.
yeah, it looked like a huge drop, but it wasn't. But yeah, $4 I think is the level here for MARPS. We also have MGI showing up on the scans. MGI. But yeah, if I have a character flaw, it's probably just acknowledging the haters too much. I think, right? Like I'm sure people probably.
Oh,
agree with
dude,
me that here.
you don't understand. I do the same thing. I'm
You
sure that's
gots
like
to.
a common thing. And I think,
got to.
dude, I think personally, man, when people
Right.
like, I'll post something right on like Reddit or my YouTube or something, or even on Discord, and people will like hate on it, and I'm just like, dude, you don't even know like my stats. Like if I show you my stats and you're actually addressing something specific, but they'll just be like, hey, I watched your video and your trading sucks, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, how can you at least make an argument so that I
Right.
can tear it apart?
Right, explain yourself, right? Explain yourself. That's my
Yeah.
biggest thing. Like my whole thing is like, look, like I could ignore them, and like that's probably like the mature thing to do, right? But I would rather just make them feel stupid. You know what I mean? Like that makes me feel better, you know? And
What's
like
the
I said,
float on MGI? Sorry,
maybe
I just saw.
it's 51 million if I remember, right?
Oh, okay, that's the 51 one.
Right.
56. Someone asked in chat, like, can you look at MGI?
Yeah, SDPI is also pulling a red to green move. Like SDPI, like I said, Wretched says my nickname should be Chip. My guess is because I have a chip on my shoulder. I'm actually probably gonna do that. I'm gonna call my followers
Wait,
the
what
Chip
chip on your
Gang.
shoulder?
The Chip Gang. You know.
Wait, what chip? What chip
chip.
was on
You've
your
never heard
shoulder?
the expression "you got a chip on your shoulder"? It just means that like you're looking to prove everybody wrong. You know.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard that before. No.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm gonna start calling my followers the Chip Gang. You know.
The chip gang.
But like I said, I could.
Dude, oh, you're setting yourself up, dude. Because like, let's say like you know how I'm like I want to like how I'm competing with like where you're trading. Let's say like I was competing with you, like right, and I made like a video where I was trying to like have some beef, you know,
Right.
like playful beef, of course.
Right,
I could be like, you're setting yourself up. I could be like Chip Gang. I think he means Chimp Gang because all his followers are like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. I could just be like Chimp Gang. All his followers, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
You're setting yourself up, man.
right. There's some puns that can be had there. There's
Oh
some
yeah.
insults.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hey, listen. Like I said, one thing I've learned is you gotta laugh at yourself sometimes. But
Yeah.
at this point, it's like I put in so much like verified, like documented profits, right? That it's like people can say whatever they want, but like they can't say that like I don't know what I'm talking about in trading, right? Like they can say whatever they want.
Oh,
but
hey,
they
by the
can't
way-
say I'm a bad trader because there's
By
too
the
much
way-
documented proof. You know.
Oh, dude, what I just did the stupidest thing. I made a trade, right? And I was up $25 on my PNL open in like a second, and I tried joining the ask. It didn't fill, so I just clicked flatten, and it only filled me for $10 profit when I was up like 25.
Oh, that's
I
that
bought in
flag
at
button.
73, and now it's at 83. So that should have been like a $25 to $50 trade, and I got $10 out of it. I'm so disappointed.
All right. Hey, $10 is a burrito, bro.
Hell yeah. It's just like one of those things, man. I never learn.
It happens. We all make errors, bro. There was one day where I just, I'm so used to going long I'm so used to going short that I would just like cover my position early, or I'd double my share size when I was trying to get out and all this stuff. So it happens.
Oh, by the way, you know how earlier there was another thing I wanted to say and I forgot about it?
What?
But you remember how I said that? There was like something that I wanted to say and I forgot?
Yeah.
I remembered what it is.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so you were talking about like how you like what you think you need to become a successful trader. And one of the things that I've actually like thought about this as well, because I mean I've taught like a lot of people, so obviously I've had like a couple hundred people that I've worked with one-on-one, so I've been like getting better at teaching trading and like how I can explain things better. And one of the things that like has really hold true in not just trading but in every element of my life, and it's actually an anecdote from an anecdote like
Anecdote is correct.
anecdote, yeah, it's actually an anecdote from a math class that I took in high school. So I was in like a pre-calculus class, and I was never like a great student in high school, not because I struggled with the classes, but rather because there was things that held my interest more than school. So I would like just get like B's and stuff. And we were in a pre-calc class, and there was a girl who sat near me, and she got an A, like a high A, like a 96 or higher on every single test. And there was a problem that I got wrong on the test, so I asked her, hey, can you explain this problem to me, because I don't really understand why I got it wrong. So she was walking me through the steps to get the correct answer, and there was one step that she took that I didn't understand. So naturally I asked her, like, hey, why is this a step, right? And her answer was, I don't know, I just follow the instructions and I arrive at my answer. Like, she didn't understand why we took that step.
Say that last 20 seconds, or that last like 10 seconds again. Did it break up for you guys as well? I heard it just basically like dropped when you
Can you tell me where I left?
You asked her why did she do the extra step, or like why there was an extra step, and she said
so there was I didn't get the question correct, and I asked her to explain it, and she was walking me through the steps, but there was one step that I didn't understand why we do it. It didn't make sense to me. Like, why are we why do we do that to arrive at the answer? So I asked her if she could explain it, and her answer was she doesn't know why we do the step. She would just follow the instructions to arrive at the solution. Right. And that has been something that I never do. Like, for everything I do, I have to know why it happens. Like when something bounces off of support, or crashes off of resistance, or when I see a flush happen, or like any of the stuff, I want to know why. I don't just look at it and be like, okay, when something touches support, it might hold and bounce up. Like, that doesn't work for me. I have to understand the inner workings of it. And that is one, like, it's not trading alone. This is like all elements of life. And I think that's one of the biggest indicators of success in trading, is if you look at things and you wonder why or how things happen, right? A lot of people just wonder what happens, like what happens when this happens, like when this occurs. Right. But instead of just looking at what happens, you need to know why it's happening as well. And if you do this across all areas of your life, you'll find that you'll have a deeper understanding with everything you interact with, and subsequently you'll be more competent in whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Right, for sure. And
so
here's a good example.
That was a long anecdote, but
well, no. I actually have a really good follow-up like example of that, right? So like, take the 1 minute pullback strategy that I use pretty consistently, right? I use this 1 minute pullback strategy. Here's a good example of one on MGI. Here's one on MGI, right? And so we can see this 1 minute pullback right here. We have it documented right here, right? This 1 minute pullback. You can trade the 1 minute pullback, but you want to understand why it actually works. And so I'm going to explain to you why it works. And I think when you hear it, it'll be pretty self-evident why it works, right? And so you have a very strong move here with MGI. You have a red candle initially, and then you have a red to green move. So a drop and then a break of those highs and a nice run up with volume, right? All the other traders that are looking at this run up on MGI in the first 5 minutes, all of the other traders that are looking for this move right here, they're waiting for an entry, but they don't want to just buy it on a green candle. They don't just want to buy it into that strength. And so what do? They wait for a small consolidation point for them to get a better entry, right? And so where do we get that consolidation? We get that small little pullback that everybody's watching. At this point, everybody's watching the stock that's run up, waiting for an entry. They're waiting for a small pullback so they can get a good entry. And that's when we get this 1 minute pullback candle here. That's when we get that one red candle as a consolidation pullback, right? And so when we get that, what happens? You can look at the volume increase. You can see the volume come in here and just start to rip up here. Look, here's the volume increase now. Look at the volume after this 1 minute candle. Right after this 1 minute candle, the volume increased massively. You can see all the huge green candles come in, and we get a really nice breakout from that. And like, that's the difference between understanding the strategy and understanding why the strategy actually works. And that's why 1 minute pullbacks work, is because everybody's waiting for a consolidation pullback. They're waiting for an entry. And that's why you get this massive burst in volume afterwards. And like, that's what Eric's talking about. It's not just understanding the 1 minute pullback. I could explain the 1 minute pullback in 30 seconds, but understanding why it works is going to help you a lot more, because you're going to be able to identify that as you're looking for it. You're going to be able to say, okay, is everybody watching this? Do you think people are waiting for a pullback here? How strong is this? So forth and so on. And when you do that, it's going to add a different element of your trading that's going to be super beneficial.
Yeah, and it's kind of like as I've done like programming and like software and stuff like that, and you'll often like look at things, and everybody does this. You look at things like if like a condition is met, then what will happen? And then after you've identified like these if-then statements, the next step is to understand like why like it actually occurs. So you might like like the first step to creating a strategy is these if-then statements. Okay, if the stock falls very hard in one candle, then it recovers and bounces. The next step to developing a strategy around that if-then statement is to actually figure out and deduce why it's happening. Because if you don't understand why it's happening, then anytime you're ever trading it, it's just luck, honestly. Because if you don't actually understand and like explain the inner workings of what you're doing, then you're not really likely to be able to do it for a long time because you don't understand it.
For sure.
John asked me I don't know if he was referring to your eye, so we should probably both answer it. But John asked, how many trades does this gentleman take a day? So you can answer first.
For me, it depends on which market, right? If we're in like futures trading, I'm taking, I'm taking a decent amount of trades per day in futures. If we're in, hold on, T. Sorry, I lost my green streak in futures, and I've been kind of like, I'm down $48 today. I'm kind of bummed out, dude, because I had like a perfect week this week, and I had a great title for this weekend's video, which was like 100% accuracy, and I just lost. So I'm sorry. That's kind of why. But no. What was the question, Eric? Sorry. If you're talking about
how many
conditional
trades do you
statements,
take a week?
Take a week? In penny stocks, it's like.
Oh wait,
20 to
actually,
30.
what did he say? I can't remember. Did he say a week? Let me find the comment. He said a day. How many do you take a day?
Okay. Daily in penny stocks, probably anywhere between 1 to 5 trades, and futures probably the same thing, about 1 to 5 at each.
All right, and I just opened up my chart log, and it says that I take around 35 positions a day on average.
Yeah. I take probably 3 to 5 in pennies.
And then Social Experiment asked me, have I ever studied Fibonacci? I'm familiar with Fibonacci and like trading and like just the actual like Fibonacci in general. But do I use like the Fibonacci in my trading? Not at all.
John, you're a loser. You'd only be batting 800 if you were a baseball player. What a loser. I know. I know. It is what it is,
Abir asked me, can I provide any insight on tape? So I don't use like the tape because like I've some people have called the level 2 the tape, but I think generally the best way to do it is just like the tape be referring to like the time and sales. But I do use the level 2, and my insight on the level 2 is for most instances, I'm not too concerned with the bid or ask size. And in most of my trades where I'm buying my pullbacks, whether it be the micro pullback or the bungee pullback, I'm watching the bid and I'm looking for extreme moves. So whenever there isn't anything extreme going on, the bid and ask will move in 1 cent intervals, assuming that the spread is a 1 cent gap, which most small cap stocks are, or many small cap stocks are. So what I'm looking for though is it to be moving like extreme. So if I see, if my trade idea and my trade plan is revolving around one of these large bungee pullbacks, what I'm looking for on the bid is to see that large move, because that will allow me to react the quickest. So like if I see right now BLRIK is trading at 216, and let's say that I suspect that, or I have like I'm reading that is going to flush, and I have support at 207, then what I'm looking for is I'm staring at the bid and I'm watching very intently, looking for large gaps down. So it might go like from 216 to 213 to 207 to 202, and then like I'll buy at like 202. That's kind of how I use the level 2.
Right. Yeah, I'm using the level 2 and like, let me try to do my best to explain how I use it. I'm looking at the level 2 like based off of the general price movement, right? Like if it depends on if it's like methodically moving down or if it's just jerking around, right? If it's jerking around, it means it's usually a little bit more volatile and choppy, or not volatile, it's a little bit more choppy and just less favorable. But if you can see kind of like a methodical, like move down a little bit, small push up, move down a little bit, small push up, based off of just the overall price movement, then it's much more reliable move for me, at least, in my opinion. But everybody's a little different, and I'm also just judging different, like, it's hard to explain how you really use the level 2 sometimes, but yeah, that's basically how I'm trying to use it, and it's hard to explain. Sorry, I'm watching the Emini right now. We're going to see if we get some low breaks. The market's breaking lows, been getting hit.
All right, Caitlin, have a good one. Hope you had a good trading. Oh my God, I was reading comments and I missed a great trade opportunity in EQ. Alrighty, that's fine. I didn't want to trade it anyway. I did not want to trade it anyway.
So the market's consolidating around these lows here. All right, I just got out. I think I'm green on the day now, slightly. Yeah. All right, so I got myself to green on the day. So I've been watching the SPY pretty close. I probably should have had my screen up. But, yeah, I don't know. I might hang it up on that. It's just not my favorite time to trade right now.
Have you done any futures today?
Yeah, well, no, that's what I mean in futures. So,
oh, gotcha.
So I'm very disappointed in myself because, like, prior till today, I was at 100% accuracy, meaning, like, I had not lost in futures. Not just ended green in futures trading, but, like, I had not had one losing trade all week in futures. And so I think I've traded 12 times in futures now, and I lost once. 1 out of 12 times, unfortunately. So I'm still a little bummed out about it because I was so close to having like a literal perfect week, like with no losing days. Like I said, I was so ready to make that thumbnail, but it looks like the thumbnail is gonna have to be like 90-something% instead, which you know, first world problems. But hey,
Yeah.
listen, I'm a little bit mad, but it'll be all right.
I'm looking to make one more trade. I'm only $10 away from the $100 goal, so I just want to really badly hit that goal before I get off for the day.
Right.
Dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for the rest of my day. I don't really have any. I guess I have been meaning to make a video over how to develop a strategy. I got a lot of questions about it, so I thought about it for a long time. Not a long time. I spent maybe like an hour thinking about it, and I wrote down on my whiteboard. Like I keep a whiteboard in my room for like reminders and stuff.
Right.
And I wrote down the different steps that I took to building a strategy, and it's not like what I've seen a lot of other videos do. So I think it's going to be a pretty unique video in regards to answering that question. So like my unique perspective and take on it. I'm looking forward to making the video. I hope people enjoy it.
Yeah, it should be. Y'all go sub to Eric's channel. Like I said, his link is in the description. If he wants to post it, he can also do that here. But really great channel. Like I said, and Eric is a legitimately profitable trader. Like people will hate, as always, but like Eric's legitimately profitable, as am I. And it's one of those things where one of the videos I'm putting out this weekend is kind of the same kind of thing. It's detailing exactly what I did to have this successful week, basically. And I'm probably more disappointed than I should be. I was just so close to having like a literal perfect week.
Yeah, it's nice when you have like a goal and then like you're like thinking that you're gonna hit it, and then at like the last second you don't. So I mean, it's totally understandable. It's
I'm a little bummed out, but it is what it is. Like I said, I have to be grateful that my trading has progressed in futures to the level of 12-1. 12-1 green up to red trade. So very, very profitable system so far in futures. I'm just a little disappointed that I didn't hit the goal, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's been an extremely, like a ridiculously profitable week. And I've ended every day green, so I still have 100% daily accuracy. Really, like I said, if we look at my stats truly here, we can see that like I haven't lost in 11 days trading futures. I haven't had a losing day, that is. Yeah.
Live Gains said, didn't you just release your bungee strat? Yeah, I did. Just like my last video, I talked about like my bungee and micro pullback strategies, but the video that I'm talking about isn't about my strategy specifically. It's about the strategy creation process, because a lot of times people will like get into this like trading And people always say, oh, you need a strategy. Oh, you need an edge, right? But to new traders, actually, even to many experienced traders, what does it mean to create a strategy? A lot of times we'll go and adopt existing strategies, but very rarely do people go and create their own. And I like my how I like arrived at my answer for trading wasn't through a video teaching a strategy. It was through a process that I underwent, and I wrote down that process on my whiteboard. And now that I'm actually taking a look at it, it very, very closely resembles the scientific method that you might be familiar with from a high school science class where you're doing an experiment.
For sure.
So honestly, it's actually very similar to what they teach in school. Never thought school would have been useful, you know, but I guess little bits of valuable information here and there.
Yeah.
So that's the video. It's not going to be like another how to trade my because I just did a video over my pullback strategy, so I'm not going to do 2 of that in a row. It's going to be teaching you how to create your own. Like it doesn't even have to be related to my pullback. It can be completely different.
Right. And I think a good lesson with that is that, like, listen, like, you're always going to get you're always usually going to get a little bit of inspiration from, traders. I mean, that's why people watch YouTube videos to begin with a lot of the time, is for strategies, right?
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Very rarely will you ever like see a strategy on YouTube, for instance, or like see a strategy from somebody else and then copy it exactly how they do it. Like, you're rarely going to do that. Like, most of the time, like, if you're a profitable trader, that is, and like you're an experienced trader enough to where you know what you're doing and you can take profits from the market consistently, what you're usually going to do is you're going to see a strategy, and then you're going to see if you can tweak that strategy to suit your personality a little bit more, right? And so instead of copying it like exactly what they're doing, you're going to take the strategy and you're going to say, okay, well, like, I like entering here on this pullback instead of at this high break, or I like selling it before this level by, instead of just holding it longer term, I'm just going to scalp it from here to here. And that's usually where the profits are made, even if you're copying somebody else's strategy. So I guess the overarching point I'm trying to make is that make it your own. Even if you're copying somebody else's, like, you're going to have to make it your own, and you're going to have to go with what suits your personality the most. And it might not be the same. Like, people have different patience and different patience and discipline,
Wow, dude, Tesla's down to 389. I just got a notification.
Oh, man.
That's really low. I think I'm going to wait a couple more days because I think it's going to keep going down with the election like coming up.
Yeah.
But
Possible.
I think I'm gonna try to look to get Tesla in the somewhere in the 300s, because if you do, that's cash money, dude. Like, Tesla will go into the 400s again. So.
Right. Somebody said, do you guys recommend midday trading or end of the day trading? I would certainly recommend end of the day trading if you had to pick and not trade the open. Midday trading, you're gonna get chopped out a ton.
Yeah, I would recommend beginning of the day trading, but if you can't do that, then end of the day trading is the next best thing.
Yeah. Like, I would say, like, the last hour and a half of the market open is probably what I would do.
Yeah, if you can't trade the open, that is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise, but if you have the ability to trade open, then definitely would choose that over either of the other 2 options. Dude, I just need one more trade. It's just so hard because, like, everything is dead right now for the most part. I mean, right now BLRX is running really hard, but I don't really have any good entries that I can find, so I'm just kind of watching it. But just one more trade and then I can be done, man. It's so frustrating.
John Smith, are you using Thinkorswim? If you're using Thinkorswim, you change the quote speed. And so if you're using Thinkorswim, you go to Setup, Application Settings, and then you go to System, and you change the quote speed to real time.
And that will help, but I just want to make sure that, like, if you're paper trading on Thinkorswim, your level 2 will not be as fast as those of us who are, like, live trading. And that there's nothing you can do to, like, fix that.
Right.
If you're paper trading on TOS, then the level 2 is going to be extremely slow, and it's pretty much a slideshow.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, so my stats finally loaded up for this week. This is my stats this week. 12 trades, or 12 winning trades, 13 trades total, 92.3% accuracy. Ah, man, I'm mad. And I lost 125 bucks on that big loss too, but hey, we're still green. But man, that hurts. But still, 92% accuracy is 92%. What can I say? And I think I even held that one. Like, I think if I wasn't in this huge green streak, I would have sold out on that one a little bit earlier. But I think I just wanted to give it a chance to keep me 100% accurate, and it just kind of kept going down on me, which kind of shows you kind of the flaw of sometimes being in these huge green streaks to begin with, you know. But yeah, there it is, 92.5% accuracy. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Green is green, and like I said, I'm in the Top Step trading combine, and so what I'm doing is I'm proving myself to be a profitable futures trader, and then once I hit $3,000 in profit, and there's smaller, cheaper packages as well, but once I hit 3K in profit, then they're gonna fund me as a proprietary futures trader with an 80% profit split. And so basically the futures market.
By the way, yes, for the flush on Marps, yes. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Someone asked, and it was like, it's going to flush down to a minimum of 475, and I think it will likely even go down to 4.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be very careful if you're like trading this.
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, like, if anybody wants to use this futures funded account program, it's really the cheapest funded account program I've ever used, and I've used a lot of different ones. The base one with Top Step is only like 130 bucks if you use my link. You get 20% off for using my link. So if you're gonna sign up, go through my link, and it's also a good way to help support us. But basically, it's the cheapest one I've ever seen. It's the most highly reviewed and respected funded account program in the US, in my opinion, and it's just super favorable odds, right? So if you're a new trader and you don't have that much money, I think this is going to teach you how to be a better trader. There are rules, and so like if you're in the base package, your goal is to make $2,000 in profit without losing over, I think it's like 1,000 or something like that. So make sure to look deeper into that to see what your max loss is for that. But once you actually hit that goal, they legitimately fund you 30 grand as a proprietary futures trader, and I think it's going to teach you how to be a better trader. And if you are a good trader but you don't have that much capital to trade with, I think this is the way that you get started in the market. Because like, think about it, like if I get funded and once I make, let's say, $2,000 in profit, net profit, I get to keep 1,600 of that, and like it should be pretty fun for me, and it's going to be a really fun time, and I think I certainly will get funded coming soon in the next week or two. But yeah, if you want to be a part of that journey with me and try to get funded as a futures trader, and when I'm trading futures, I'm just basically trading the SPY, the S&P 500. And so I'm just trading the market's volatility, and there's a lot of volatility to be had, and I'm just scalping in and out. And so I'm just buying and selling. Contracts makes people think it's like options, when really it's not. Like, it's simply just a different sizing. So like in futures, it goes by ticks instead of cents per share. And so if it goes towards me one tick on the E-mini, and I'm trading the E-mini, which is the mini S&P like I trade here, then I make $12.50. If it goes against me one tick, I lose $12.50. If I have two contracts, up or down one tick, it's $25, you know, so forth and so on. But there's lots of momentum to scalp. Like, this momentum is easy. Like, look at these low of the day breaks and these big breakdowns. Like, that's tons of momentum that we can ultimately attack. And I just think it's a reasonable way to get started in trading if you might not have that much money. I am biased though, because I do make a commission if you sign up, so full transparency there. I try to be honest with people about it, but I legitimately believe in this program, and I think it's legit. And so I'll post this link if anybody wants to check it out. Y'all go check it out if you want. Silence.
Oh, sorry. I was just getting really focused. I'm really trying to close in and finish up my day.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, BLRX guys, rip it up.
Yep.
Look at BLRX guys. It's starting to break highs. It's sitting right at that double top that we had previously at 240. We're sitting at 239 now. Let's see if it actually breaks for once. It's failed me twice here. I'm not trading it at all, but you know.
Yeah, I'm not in it either. I'm just kind of watching right now and looking for an entry. I think I might get an entry here. Can we see 234 area? 234 maybe?
Hey, thanks, Live Gains. No, I'm not in step 2 yet. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, try breed. There's a demo. Like, there's a free 14-day trial. as well. I mean, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be a papers account. But if you have never, in my opinion, if you have experience, it's better just to go ahead and just do it so you can get started, because it's going to take you a few weeks to build up the profit to get funded. But if you've never traded futures before, I think taking the paper route is fine. And I appreciate that live gains. Thank you, brother. And Laurent, yes, you can short. Like, look, it's basically just like any other platform. Like, here's mine. This is the Emini that I'm trading. I can buy or sell market. If I want to short, I just click sell market. I can get in the bid, get on the ask, change my contract sizing. So like if I have 2 contracts, every tick up or down is going to be $25 in profit or losses.
Oh, no, Phil. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I think my max contract sizing is 5 contracts. But listen, guys, 5 contracts is huge, okay? It is huge. You do not, you do not want to buy 5 contracts. 5 contracts will be every tick up or down. 5 contracts is going to be what, 62.50, something like that. So it is going to be huge sizing, and it goes fast, right? So like you'll lose $1,000 in like less than 30 seconds with 5 contracts. You know, it moves quick, especially if the market is volatile. All you really need, in my opinion, is 1 or 2 contracts. I've been sticking with 1 contract all this week, and like I said, we can look at that and you can see like this week so far, I've traded 14 times with 28 contracts, and so I'm averaging 1 contract per trade. And that's all you really need, because that's, you know, like if we look at my actual trade breakdown here for this week.
All right, sorry, I just made a $30 trade, so now we're up 120 for the day.
Hey, nice.
We did it.
Hey, congrats. Hey, killing it, bro. But yeah, just to show you guys, like this is my average gains and losses, like $12.50, $12.50, $50, and this is all trading 1 contract. Even this 125 loss was 1 contract, and so it can go. 1 contract is plenty, and like. Yeah, you know, when you consider the fees and commissions, which are very, very light, like there's barely any fees. Like,
dude, futures look fun.
Yeah,
futures
my entire,
look fun.
Right, the entire amount I've traded in fees and commissions this entire week, out of 14 trades, like 14 trades, like round trips, like 14 round trips, is $51. And so out of 14 trades, so you do the math, very, very cheap in commissions and fees. And BLRX failed on us again. Glad I didn't touch it that time. Yeah, I think there's the micro E-mini too. It's just you, Lehu. I'm pretty sure it is. It might be me, but just try refreshing it if it keeps freezing.
Social Experiment asked what I traded. I traded MARPS for $30 profit, EQ for $55 profit, and BLRX for $33 profit.
Nice. Hey guys, listen. Do you guys know anybody that has like really good thumbnails? Like I need somebody with like really good thumbnails. I know you guys, chat, help me out here. Somebody hit me with like somebody that has like real like thumbnail skills. Because like I could make my own, but honestly at this point in time I'd rather just pay somebody to do it and not think about it. Cause like I need one for tomorrow, but like it needs to be good. Like I said, no offense.
Sorry, I'm getting really excited. I just made another $30 trade. I'm up
hey,
150.
Killing it. Nice. Hey, good work, bro.
Sorry, I keep interrupting. I feel bad. It's just,
no, bro. Listen, yell over me. If you're making money and like you have something like relevant, like yell over me, bro. I'm good, man. You don't apologize. Like I'll do it to you sometimes too. So don't apologize, because I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, somebody that has like true like legit skills. And just to put it into perspective, I did buy a thumbnail from some guy on Fiverr a few days ago or last weekend. But it just wasn't the type of quality that I needed. And I was nice to him, and I told him thank you, and I gave him 5 out of 5 stars. And I even gave him like a tip. Like I gave him a $5 tip just because.
How much did you pay him in total?
$10.
Yeah, that wasn't worth $10.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It certainly wasn't. And that's what I'm saying. I was nice to him. I told him thank you. I told him it was great. Because like I can tell just by looking at it, like there's a ceiling to his skill. right? Like he's probably just using something like Thumbnail Creator or something like that, which like you can use those, but like they need to be like good thumbnails. And so like that's what I'm looking for. And I don't mind paying, you know, 10, 20 bucks a thumbnail, 25 bucks even if it's like good enough, right? And so like I said, y'all hit me up if y'all know somebody, because I need a thumbnail creator that's gonna be like, if you're good enough, if you're like a really good thumbnail creator, like I'll go to you every time. And so I'll make, you know, at least probably like 2 to 3 thumbnails a week from you. So that'll be like another like, you know, 80, 60, 80 bucks a week. And so, yeah.
Yeti said that he can help you out.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, guys.
In your chat.
But listen, if it's for a thumbnail, like, and I appreciate that, Yeti. And listen, I'm gonna pay you. You know, that's the only way I'll do it is if I pay you. I don't want you to make it for me for free, brother. And I appreciate the thought though. Hey, thank you, Z. But like I said, if you can, they just have to be very high quality. Like that's my biggest thing. It's like they need to be very high quality. And so as long as it's that, you know, cool. Cause like what I don't want is like I don't want people to say, yeah, I got you, I'll make you a thumbnail, and then I'm gonna have to be like, thanks, and then you're not gonna see the thumbnail up, and so you're gonna know. And so, you know, like I said, that's the only thing. They gotta just be super high quality. George is asking on that last $30 trade, was it BLRX?
The last $30 trade was on MARPS. I bought in at 465. So if you look at the, like, if you want to pull it up on your stream while I talk through it so that people can actually see.
Yeah. It's up.
So I like, do you see the second big red candle? On that big flush?
Which one? Oh, yeah, the second candle.
So the second big red candle on the flush on the 1 minute. I bought in at 465, and I sold at 400 shares at 471, and then 100 shares at 473.
Yeah, so this is the trade basically. All right, so yeah, he bought it here, and then sold it to these top two,
and then 471, 473. And then the other trade I made on it was I bought at let me look. I bought in at 561 and I sold at 567, and that was on the green candle before the flush. It was a micro pullback.
Nice. Let me see.
It was the last green candle before the flush. Bought at 461, sold, or 561 rather, and then sold 567 for a micro pullback.
Nice.
So I traded both a bungee and a micro for a total of $64.40.
Nice. I gotta run to the restroom again, guys, so I'll be right back. So
do you want to share? Do you want me to do what? One sec before you go. Can I? Do you want me to share my screen and then I can at least talk through some stuff?
Yes. I'll say this though, and I'm just gonna do it live so we just have that, you know, proof. So as long as you can confirm right now via audio that you give me permission to use your audio and video likeness and trading screens, whatever is there, and that you won't put any copyright content.
I will not copyright strike your channel.
Right. I appreciate that. You know.
Yeah, and you need to make me host in order to share it.
Okay.
Unless you want to enable it in the settings.
I could try. Let me see. It's gonna boot me, but I'll just rejoin.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so just go to share.
Do you want to? This will stop other screen share, and we'll share.
Yeah, it booted me like I figured it would. Let me just join real quick, right back. We are back.
Can we see my screen?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can see it. All right, let me.
Okay, cool.
Let me make sure you guys can have a good, nice little picture of it. All right, so here's Eric's screen. All right, you're good. All right, I'm gonna go run to the restroom, guys. I'll be back.
Dope. So Marlon asked, Eric Green, your strategy. So your strategy is like microscoping. Do you just hammer in big size and take profits quickly? I'm definitely microscoping. Like I take 1 second trades, but I'm not really trading large size. Like if we look at my, wait, this doesn't show any. Okay, yeah, no account information. You can see we're up $153.11, and you can see I'm not like trading large size. We have 500 shares on a $5 stock, you know, so that's like $2,000, you know, $2,000 to make like 30-40 bucks. It's not huge size. Oh yeah, and social. I will not copyright strike your channel. I mean, it makes sense. You only get 3 copyright strikes, and if you do, then your channel gets taken down. So it's very understandable that he would want like my permission on audio and video or whatever. So, so he doesn't get a copyright strike. I can even like show trades. Let's do that. So we bought. This is kind of what I was having John show. Is we can see I bought the 500 shares at 465, and then I sold up here at 571 for 400 shares, and then 573 for 100 shares. But yeah, reading chat. How do you know when the micro pullback has hit the bottom and ready to reverse? That is probably the best question, and we have a little double top right here, probably going to flush. Maybe not. I think where would we be interested in buying? I think maybe it's coming too slow. Like this, the reason why I'm kind of not getting good vibes is it's not moving very quick, and we like to see very high volatility. So like even on a flat, oh, that was very loud. That blew out my ear. I hate the notifications. How do I know the bottom? So I just kind of use the looking at the bid, and I will like pay attention to how quickly, like the velocity you could call it, of it decreasing. And then once I'm very, very quick to react, and I'm just able to read it very quickly. I think that, oh God, I almost clicked sell. Actually, I don't think I can short it, so it wouldn't have been a big deal. But I would like look at the velocity, and once that slows down, the second I see it slow down, I buy in. Because it like will descend very, very hard. Let me see, what level do I have drawn? Okay, so that, oh, this is the daily resistance at 2.5. So 2.5 is a big level. We're gonna see large size on 2.5, 100%.
Somebody said, hey, this is the greatest channel. How else can I support? Hey, you can become a member. You just got to click that join button at the bottom right. Don't feel any obligation to. Like the video. Go sub to Eric's channel. You know, you go check out our Discord. We do got a Discord that you can go check out. Oh, also, y'all go check out my man Trader Mike's Discord. I think I forgot to post his yesterday. I'll post his first. A lot of talented traders hang out in this Trader Mike's Discord, and it's a very active Discord as well. Y'all go check it out. I'll post this link. I'll consider it a favor if you all join the man's Discord. Here's that link. And then I'll post mine as well if you want to check it out.
So he's Tribreed said white charts. The reason why I do white charts is because Thinkorswim, I have the dark theme, so it's like all dark, and then the white charts really pop. That's why I do the white charts.
Yeah, you're a madman.
I like. Trust me, don't worry. I use Discord on dark. Okay, you don't have to worry. The reason why we do it is just because it contrasts really well with the rest of the platform, and I like that contrast. So that's why I do it. Is I like it. I like my charts to pop. I want them to draw attention.
Right.
Have you ever asked how do you get your chart set up like this? I can't get active trader below level 2. So up here, like right where you see where my mouse is, you have this grid, and I have a 2x3 grid, and then I resized the grids, and in this grid I have chart 2 and 3 open, 2 and 3 open. Then I have the level 2, and then the active trader, and then you can have them all synced. See this number right here? So I have this linked 1, 1, 1. So all 3 of these are together, and then 2, 2, 2. So all of these are together. Live trading. So right click the chart, go to create alert. Oh, you can adjust the sound. But I think that the alert that we got wasn't an alert from like the chart. It was a this won't show my account number, right? Okay, no, it doesn't. It was a Thinkorswim notification, which is like very loud. It wasn't a chart notification. Let me see. So what I see here is that this has a lot of room to fall. So like if we saw this break below the 9 EMA, right? And let's say it flushed down to 235, because someone asked earlier, how do you know the bottom? So I mentioned in most of my videos, there's 3 elements to a trade for me. And that is your trade idea, which is what you think will happen, your trade plan, which is how you'll capitalize on your idea, and then your execution, which is how well are your ability to actually capitalize on the plan. And so right here, like on the previous candle, to me it was breaking below the 9 EMA, so it had the potential to flush a little bit. But you asked how do you determine your bottom, which is creating a plan. So if it fell down to 235, I wouldn't be buying, because I think it has a lot more room to go lower. So I think the very highest that I would be interested in buying a flush if it came down would have been 2.3, and then the bottom of my range would have been 226, right? So that would have been my range of where I expect it to go, and that's my trade plan. So the idea is that it's a flush, it looks weak, it has a lot of room to come down, and it fell below the 9 EMA. The trade plan is to buy between 2.3 to 226, and then the actual execution would have just been my ability to get in at the best available price in that range, and I would have done that by staring at the bid. That is how I approach every single type of my trade. I'm always thinking about these 3 things, and I do it pretty quickly. It's a very quick process. You can see that. Remember, John, how I said this 2.5 level is really strong?
Right.
Look how how hard 250, 2.5 it's holding really well. And the longer that it stays up here, the more the flush is going to be when it inevitably happens, unless it breaks, right? If it breaks, then we'll see a nice run. But if it doesn't break, there's a lot of accumulation of shares as it keeps trading in this range, because it's trading in a range between 239 and 2.5. And eventually it will break the range, and when it does break the range, it will have an intense move because of this accumulation. So our range before is a little bit outdated. We wouldn't want to buy at 2.3. I'm thinking if it breaks below, it will flat. Okay, this is a little bit of a different story. It finally did break below, but because of how it broke, it happened all in this one candle. My range would be 235 to 230. It didn't fall into our range, but it very nearly did. If that fell into 235 to 230, I would have 100% bought there. But we didn't see it fall into that range. But now, if it flushes, we're back to 226 or lower as our range of buying. But that was very nearly a break of range, but it fell back in very quickly.
Sorry, I'm actually trying one of these Fiverr thumbnail artists, so I'm trying to send them.
Oh, that's no worries. I'm having a lot of fun practicing because there's not the pressure of streaming. It's different when I'm on someone else's channel.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, it's not your own, so you can kind of kick back a little bit more. I get it.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm judged as much. I feel like I have pressure when I'm on mine. But here I can just chill. So yeah, we're gonna get our flush here, and I'm expecting it to be an intense flush. So we're just having the join the bid click down. Actually, it fell back into the range. I was really anticipating a flush. It hasn't happened yet. I still think it will happen, but that's one of the key features too that you should realize is that you don't have to 100% know what's going to happen, but I do like to assign percentages. I think it's very, very likely that we're going to see our flush here, and I think it's very likely that flush will be extreme. And your trade idea won't always come to fruition, but what's important is that you have a plan to capitalize if your idea does come to fruition. Because that's the beautiful thing about trading, right? If you're wrong, you don't have to be punished, right? My trade idea can be wrong, and I won't lose any money because I'm not in the trade. That is why scalping to me is so amazing, because I only have to take a trade when my plan is right.
Right, for sure.
Because pretty much for me, this is a weird thing too. If I have an idea and my plan comes to fruition, and then I execute my plan correctly, I honestly before the trade's even over, I'm thinking that I already have a 99% chance to win. And my accuracy, my overall win rate kind of supports that. Not that I have a 99% win rate, but I do maintain a really, really high win rate. So it definitely it definitely like does like ring a little bit true. I'm gonna read the chat because I haven't been doing that. Just quickly skimming through. How do you determine your buy range? So there's like a couple different reasons, right? So earlier when we were looking at this and I was talking through my plan, I anticipated a very strong flush because of the accumulation we had been seeing, right? So we're not going to be buying at like 235 to 230, right? We're expecting a strong flush, and if we're seeing a strong flush, I think where I'd be looking for is like 230 to like 2 is a very wide range, but if I wanted to be more precise, like the first idea was 226 to 230, and then after this candle, which brought it down to here, it has more ability to range down below the VWAP. So stock currency. Hey Mike, relax, homie, relax. He said, what if flush, you were right. Look, it's still trading in this range. It hasn't broken, unless you're talking about this flush and you're calling this right, but I wouldn't even call this flush like correct. Relax, okay? Like I said, your idea doesn't always come to fruition. What's important is that if your idea does come to fruition, like, have you ever thought, wow, I knew that was gonna happen, but I'm not in the trade?
Right. Doesn't mean it was wrong, you know.
Huh?
Like just because something doesn't go exactly like you think it might doesn't mean you're wrong. Like
yeah, because I mean I didn't lose any money. I didn't lose money. But the main thing I'm getting at is, have you ever had an idea and then it actually happens, but you're not in it? That's because I forgot where I was going with the direction. But the whole point is, like, if your idea came to fruition 100% of the time, that's like unusual. What's important is that you have the ability to create ideas that happen frequently and that you are able to capitalize on them when they happen. Because there's no point in having a plan and an idea, even if it happens, if you're unable to capitalize.
For sure.
They're all equally important.
100%, yeah.
Eric's gotta protect his edge. Nah, dude, I share it with everyone because even if let's just have a hypothetical, because sometimes this is actually a question I got on Reddit. Someone said, because I was on Reddit and I was answering questions, and then someone asked a question that I had already answered in a YouTube video. So I linked them the YouTube video, and then someone replied to my comments saying, well, if you're such a good trader and you make so much money, then why are you sharing a strategy? Because that will just ruin it, right?
That's crazy.
And let's just have a moment. And because one, I don't think 1,000 people adopting my strategy is going to ruin it. Let's just be clear. And then even if 1,000 people adopt my strategy, I don't think even if 10,000 people adopt my strategy, I don't think 10,000 people will be successful with it.
Right.
I think if 10,000 people try my strategy, maybe a couple hundred will be able to do it like really well.
But here, let me.
Sorry.
I was just gonna step in 1 second just to add to that. So it's actually kind of the opposite when you're trading low float momentum. The more people that are trading his strategy, the better for him, because they're gonna give that trade momentum. Like, they're gonna add momentum to the trade. If everybody's buying it at his levels, it's gonna cause the stock to go up more for him. And so sure, the squeezes are going to be a little bit more like obvious, and they're going to be a little bit more drastic and pronounced, but like, hey, like, one thing about trading, and like one of the interesting things about like penny stock trading low floats, is that the more people that are looking at a specific level, the better it usually works, you know, because that's going to give you more momentum. If everybody looks at it, if everybody sees 550 and they say, hey, I'm going to buy it at 550, and everybody buys at 550, what's going to happen? The stock's going to go up more. It's going to cause the stock to push up more. And so it's really kind of the opposite of that. And so I just wanted to jump in and say that, because I hear that all the time. I also hear, if you're so profitable, why are you on YouTube? And it's like, look, the smartest people in the world have multiple, have multiple income streams. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, even I don't sell a course, but like, even if I did, and I'm not against people selling courses, because listen, the smart people are going to sell courses. In the end, trading is always going to be a little bit unstable. You know, and I'm not saying you can't make money with it. If you're a good enough trader, you're a good enough trader. But even the best traders in the world, they understand, like, look, multiple income streams is the key to wealth, guys. And so it's not like, oh, I'm making money in trading, I'm never going to make money anywhere else. That's absurd. That's a ridiculous statement, and it's usually just coming from people that are weird and insecure about it. Like, the reality is, like I said, make your money, guys. Like, if you actually know what you're talking about, there's nothing wrong with selling a course. There's nothing wrong with it, because you're providing value, and like that's the key to, you know, commerce. in general, you know.
In life, providing
Yeah, for
value.
sure.
That's kind of the thing. So
For sure.
what the other part of my thing was, let's say hypothetically that so many people adopted my strategy and were so good at it that they were able to buy at the exact same cent that I was looking at, right? And because there are so many people doing it now, I no longer can get fills on my trades and my strategy just no longer works. What would I do? I would start right back from square one and develop a new strategy. So I would start off with an observation. When these flushes are happening, there's a lot of people buying, which is creating a bounce. But if people are trading like me, they're going to be selling very quickly. I hold my trades for like a second. So what's that going to do? We're going to see this bounce, right? That comes up, and then it will resume its continuation down. So literally all I would have to do to counter like a large amount of people trading like I do is I would move to Cobra, which is very good for shorting. And then I would be shorting every single time there's a bounce off of a flush to make that continuation. And actually that strategy would be more profitable than what I'm currently doing anyways. Like there would be more dollar, right? Because if looking right here, it flushed, people like me bought it to bring it back up to here. If I entered a short here, I would have been able to ride it down to here, and then oftentimes it will continue down. Like look at this trade right here, flush, people bought it back up, you enter your short on one of these candles, and then it resumes down. So even at the end of the day, if my strategy stops working, I'll adapt and overcome. I've already had to do it. There was a time where I traded predominantly breakouts, and nowadays I rarely, if ever, trade breakouts. And it was because breakouts stopped working well for me. I stopped having a lot of success with them after the market started to slow down, and I adopted my current strategy after developing it, you know? So I'm not worried. I know that I have the skills to be able to trade any market and develop a strategy for what works at the time. And if, you know, inevitably my YouTube channel somehow ruins my strategy, then I'll just learn a new one.
Right. Hey, listen, yeah, you don't want to be too rigid with strategies, guys, because strategies are always going to change, stop working, you know, markets are going to change. You know, the key to trading is just being able to be able to run with it and just find other strategies, be able to evolve past what you're originally doing, and no strategy's always going to work, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's going to work 100% of the time, and that's not a reasonable expectation, but the reality is like, hey, listen, there's tons of strategies. The beautiful thing about trading is that there's a million different strategies to attack, and they're all valid in one way or another, you know? But yeah, I'm probably going to close it down, guys.
Really extended. This is getting really extended. Yeah. Oh my god. I definitely want to trade this. Could have bought that micro pullback, but too much risk. Would have been like $15. Not even worth the risk. Yeah, $15 for the amount of risk I was assuming. Too much. Candle ends in 25 seconds. Because on the next candle, this will certainly flush. If this doesn't, it will have it won't flush, but it will like have a strong pullback. The question is, do we want to play the micro pullback? Will it have a continuation? I don't think so. I don't think it will continue. I mean, it could. What's the likelihood it will run to $3? So this candle ends in 2 seconds. So this next candle should at least start out red. Yes?
Oh, sorry. I muted myself for a second.
Oh, no worries.
What's up?
It did. I don't know. Let me think. Very strong. Very interesting. Wow, did you see this? There hasn't even been pullbacks. This just ran from 2.6 all the way to 282 without even pulling back. Like, oof. Wow.
Extended.
At this point, will I hit 3? What do I think it will hit 3? Because if I should have charted daily resistances higher than what I did. I just didn't think we were gonna see it get up here today. Like, it's up almost 100%.
Yeah, so I'm looking at what Tribery said. He said you can morph your strategy for the current market. Absolutely. Yeah, you know what I mean? And he's right. Where a lot of traders just go from strategy to strategy to strategy. A lot of traders just paint everything with a broad brush, right? So they're trying to attack 20 strategies at once. Really, like, and the famous Bruce Lee once said, I don't fear the man that has practiced 1,000 different types of kicks one time. I fear the man that's practiced one type of kick 1,000 times, and that's very relevant to trading because, like, especially if you're new, you want to get really good at like one strategy, right? You want to master one strategy, and then you can branch on to other stuff and actually show good results with one strategy beforehand, and then you can try to trade a bunch. But I think a lot of new traders, they watch so many different YouTubers and gurus and traders that they try to implement all their different strategies, and it's not going to work. You know, you got to stick with your
Be a one-trick
system.
pony.
Yeah,
Be a one-trick pony. Yeah, I think that's the best advice too. Be a one-trick pony, and then once you have like become a master of that strategy, then you can become a two-trick pony.
Right, for sure. And then branch out and do more. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, then maybe you can become a three-trick pony.
Right.
But definitely start out with being a one-trick.
Right, for sure.
Man, I want to trade this so bad. It has like a lot of money here. What's the volume? Dude, look at that. It's literally an hour and a half into open. And it's doing over 1 million a candle.
Nice.
Oh, so if you do want to end the stream, I can keep trading off stream.
Oh, no, you're good. I'll stick around. I'm kind of watching the futures market a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to trade at all, but we're also getting some huge candles. Like, I'm seeing some big candles in the SPY, which is scaring me. And originally, I was about to trade here. I'm going to throw my charts up for just a second because I saw that I was potentially looking to trade the SPY, but then we got this huge rejection at these lows. Like, look at this bounce, man. This one candle on the SPY was huge, man. Let me see. Yeah, this one candle on the SPY, one 1 minute candle was like $1.60. And so just a huge candle that I'm, like I said, I could show you guys. I haven't traded yet. I'm still up my little $20 here for today. But, we'll see what we get. But that one big candle just scared me. So, I was getting ready to trade some futures, but then when I saw that, I stopped myself. And I'll put you back up. There we go. But yeah, if you think you're gonna trade, we can leave it going. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really like watching, but I'm still being careful too because I'm up like 150 for the day. So I have like a little bit of room to lose money, but like the stock's so high that I could very easily like get caught and lose over 10 cents. And if I lose over 10 cents, that would be pretty sad. I guess the alternative is I could always reduce my share size.
Right.
But I don't like reducing share size because like right now I'm only trading like $1,500 or something like that. So and for next month, my goal is to make like $4,000 to $5,000. And if I'm looking to make $4,000 or $5,000, I can't be trading 1,500.
Right.
For next month, in order for me to make $5,000, I think I need to be trading $5,000 to $7,000.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Where do we want to buy here? Let me think. Maybe to
BLRX
260, 257 area. I think that.
Yeah, I've got a support level at 260.
I have 260, 257. I think that would be my range.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But we do have like recent range. We've got like a little bottom there at 265 to 266. So.
Oh yeah, but if it flushes, it's gonna be. It will definitely. Sorry, I gotta stretch. If it did flush, it would have. I'm getting in there. There you go. Quick. How much was that? $10.
It was $10. It was $11 technically.
Yeah, $11.
Right around there.
I just saw it really quickly. I was stretching, and then I quickly just grabbed my mouse to like take that trade because I saw it, and I was like, damn, I can't miss that.
Yeah, I was ripping. It looks good.
That was a micro pullback that we just took. That was a micro pullback. We don't want to take another micro pullback though. Like take at least maybe in a couple seconds we would be interested in a new one, but because it just created a new high. Before it was at like 89 or something, and now it's at 94. So now that it created a newer high, but no, like look how slowly it's falling on the bid. A micro pullback here wouldn't be safe. It might work out, don't get me wrong, but like I'm trying to keep 100. I have 100% accuracy for the day, and I'm not. I think I do. Did I lose one trade? So we have a win, 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 win. Okay, there we go. We did have one loss. Loss, win, 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 win. So yeah, we have one loss for the day. So I'm still trying to keep my accuracy up though, because I recently discovered a site called Chartlog where I can track my analytics, and now I'm trying to get like high scores because I never had an analytics tracking like thing before. So I always just kind of would like sometimes I would boredom trade and it would ruin my win rate for the day.
Right.
But now that I have a way to actually compete with myself, like you're gonna see my improvement. Like I think I was already growing exponentially as a trader, but now it's gonna be like an exponential, but like times 2. Because I'm a competitive person, and now I actually have a standard which to compete against.
Yeah, I said the thing earlier about like the idiot comment, and I honestly I think that was I think I worded it wrong. What I'm trying to say is like if you put enough time in and you're at least average intelligence, most of the time you're going to be able to find a way to work to at least break even, right? And not always. Like there's a lot of different nuances to that. I also think though that the reality is that it takes a lot of different things, but I think that one of the things that will really I think there's a few things that you really need to be successful in trading, and one of them is a competitive drive. Like you got to be super competitive. I think most traders I know are hyper competitive. It's why the state of the YouTube world in trading is like most other YouTube channels hate each other, because it's just like they're just so competitive with each other. And I think traders are naturally very competitive people. I know I am. I'm
They're also super mean, dude. Jeez.
Sometimes.
Well, not all. I'm just biased because I have like a public, like both of us have like a public presence.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. It gets under my skin sometimes.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I take it personally, man. I take it personally.
The only people I'm mean to are people that are mean to me, right? Like if you say some mean comment to me, you best believe I'm gonna make you look stupid. Most of the time it just has to do with like it's very simple to make people feel stupid because like the reality is anybody that's taking that much time to hate on somebody is usually just insecure, And so like if you bring attention to that insecurity, they usually just kind of crumple, and they get all weird and mad, but it's fun.
Wait, Mike said trading will make you humble. I think we have different experience. Dude, my ego is through the roof, like and not like in a bad way. Like I don't think I'm like arrogant in a way, but I definitely my confidence.
Right.
Like so like in the past, I think like and it's like leaked beyond just the internet. Like even in my life, I think I carry myself. I've always been like a pretty confident person, but now I carry myself with even more confidence because I've always been like good at like a lot of things, but some of the things I've been good at the past were like video games, right? If I say, oh hey, I'm the top 1% of these video games,
right,
people are gonna be like, haha, loser,
Right.
But now if I say, hey, I'm in the top whatever of trading and I make this much money, people are gonna respect it.
Right.
So
There's a certain level of respect there.
Yeah. So now I've always had things I've been very, very good at. It's just nobody respected the things at which I was good.
Right, for sure.
But now I'm actually doing something which, like across the board, people generally look at and are like, wow, that's really cool. So now it makes me more confident in that way.
Right, and that's how, and as it should. I think, especially when you're a new trader, you're gonna get humbled certainly, because it's like I think the usual tale goes, you learn to trade, you watch all these gurus making all this money, and you can't help but imagine that you're them and that you're gonna be like them one day, and you're gonna be making all this money. And then you actually start to trade and you realize it's just really not like that, especially for new traders. And that's going to humble you. But I think once you actually are successful at it, it's going to give you that confidence, mostly just because you're in that 5%, minority that are actually successful doing so. I even get weird about my channel sometimes, like being on YouTube, especially somebody like my age as like a 30-something-year-old or 30-year-old really. But in the end, you really got to think about it.
Oh, what the hell just happened?
Update time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But
I opened up Edge because I wanted to pull up something, but I don't want you guys to see my bookmarks because you'll be able to know like where I live and stuff. So I was trying to open up a different browser. Oh.
Right. And I guess like what I'm trying to say though, guys, is like I don't want to make myself sound like I'm better than anybody else because I'm not. But I have put in some more work than other people have in trading, and because of that work, I am, pretty profitable in it now, not only with trading alone, but in this YouTube channel itself, and that's something I'm very proud of and happy for. But I think that anybody can really do it. You just gotta condition
Can I make
yourself.
a quick note on trading real quick?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I can put you
Right
back
now-
up. I took you down just because you had that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad actually. I'm glad.
Okay,
Wait, did
yeah.
people see? Did people see like the edge?
See the what?
The edge. Whenever I opened up Microsoft, the edge or whatever platform.
No, all it showed was that you've got a new update coming. It was the blue screen. As soon as I saw the blue
Okay,
screen,
that's
I took
fine.
it down.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cause I don't like. I wanted to be able to show you guys something without like, cause I have my bookmark shows essentially where I go to school, and I kind of
Right.
didn't want that.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, you're down. You know. But I'll put you back up if you want.
No, it's not that tri-breed. It's not. It's just I have like my Maryville like. Well, I just said my school. Okay.
Oh well. Uh-oh.
Well, that goes out the door.
There goes
All
that.
but-
You know?
But I had like my payment platform and stuff.
Yeah.
I had my payment platform and stuff like that. So, I didn't want that out, but I just blew it. So
Yeah, it happens, bro. You know?
it happens. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really change anything. So.
Right.
Oh yeah. So what I was gonna say is, whenever this was coming down, right? Whenever this was coming down, you might like a lot of people who like are trying out my strategy might be wondering like, hey, where would I buy? I'm not buying here because look how extended it is on the 5-minute. This could have pulled all the way down to 2.6. So I'm not trying to get caught in a flush, which is like that's pretty much the whole point. Is make sure you look at the larger time frame
Right.
because you don't want to get like destroyed because you weren't paying attention.
For sure. And that'll happen too. Like certainly happen. You know.
Yeah. All right. The thing. So I wonder if there's any. I don't know how I can. Oh, I can do a screenshot. I'm stupid, dude. I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
I could have just taken a screenshot.
I've scalped.
Oh my God.
I scalped a few futures contracts just now. I'm up $50 on the day. Let me see what I am at today. Yeah, I'm at. Oh, it's actually showing up. So yeah, even today I'm at 20%. So I had 5 trades, 4 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, not bad. So we eventually got ourselves back green, just kind of scalping the range of the SPY just now. But we eventually built up a few more profits. I was already up like $20, but we're up 50 now. And I think with that said, guys, I'm gonna hang it up. It's 10:20. I got a video to make for tomorrow, so I'll probably go work on that team.
Alrighty. We'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the screen share. All right. Let me know.
When the stream's okay, so yeah, I'll probably do a few little plugs before it's over. So yeah, like I said, guys, if you want to be a part of the futures funded account program I'm using and work your way on actually getting funded as a proprietary trader in futures, basically, if you can prove yourself, there's different profit targets that you have to hit. They're going to give you a demo account for a period of time, and if you can hit the profit targets while following the rest of their rules, they legitimately fund you. The base package is $30K, but they have funding all the way up to $150,000, and they're really funding you this money with an 80% profit split, and you get to keep 100% of your first withdrawal up to like 5K, I think. And so basically, the cheapest package is $130. It's the 30K package. They're going to give you a 30K account. And like I said, guys, if you know how to scalp mid and high caps, or if you're an experienced futures trader, it's one of the easiest, simple, and cheapest way to get funding as a proprietary trader, like a professional proprietary trader. Even if you're a new trader, though, these funding programs are going to teach you how to be a better trader. You're going to have rules where you're going to have to be flat for major releases like you should. There's going to be a max loss per day. It's going to teach you how to be more disciplined. But again, if you're an experienced trader, it's the easiest path to get funded, and it's the most highly reviewed funded account program I've ever used, and it's the cheapest, at the base one being $130 for the monthly subscription. And so yeah, if you want to check it out, like I said, you can get 20% off by going through my link, and I'll post this link one more time here. It's called Top Step Trading. They also have Forex. If you're into Forex, they've got futures. They've got a bunch of different programs. So regardless of what your niche is in the market, go check them out. Also, like I said, thank Eric for being here. I'm going to post his channel link one more time.
By the way, just made another $10.
Hey, killing it. I'm going to find your latest video. Y'all go check out Eric's latest video.
Yeah, really, it's actually I think it's a pretty good video, guys. Definitely suggest checking it out. It's really good, honestly.
Yeah, so... I'm going to post that video link. Y'all go watch it. Check it out. Like I said, fun video. Y'all go give the man a like and comment what your favorite part of the video is, what you want to see more of. Here's that link. Like I said, y'all go check out my man. Oh, also, if you want to be in the World Series of Day Trading, which starts next week, it's completely free if you live overseas. If you live outside of the US, it's a completely free competition, and the top traders that place, they're going to give you a free demo account for at least a week. And so at the very least, you're going to get a free demo account for a week. And at the best, you might win free packages. The top traders in this competition win free packages. Again, if you're in the US, unfortunately, you cannot compete in this competition. Like me, I can't compete in it, but I am a team leader. And so here's the link if you want to join my team, and let's try to win this thing. Every single competition we have had, I've
Can I
placed
use a
in the
VPN
top
and join?
3. I mean, I'm not going to say yes. Should. No. No. Wink, wink. But I don't really know if that would work. But
Wait, what do you get if you win? What do we get if we win?
You win free TEFs packages. So you win, like, they've got different packages. It's kind of like a prop firm funded account program type of thing. They don't, and a lot of people have been like, oh, TradeNet got charged by the SEC, and it's just kind of like, look, they were offering packages to US clients, and good things all must come to an end. And so yeah, they got charged, they paid it off, and they're still running, and everything's fine. And they did process my withdrawal last year. And so this is actually a legit funded account program if you're not in the US and you want to be a part of it. The base one, I think, is $350. It's either $350 or $400, but it gives you 14K in buying power, 70-30 profit split, $700 max loss is the way theirs work. But yeah, if you want to be on my team, like I said, if you're overseas, it's completely free, and if you're in the US, you're SOL. But yeah, here's the link for that if you want to check it out. And you need to give them an ID if you're outside the US. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, there's the link for that if you want to be on my team. Hey, nice, man. Hey, let's win this thing. And since they don't accept US clients anymore, the teams are going to be smaller, and so you got an even better chance of actually, like, legitimately winning those things. So y'all check it out. Yeah, you need an ID. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Good luck in the market. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day, team. Love you all. And
Peace,
yeah, we'll see you
guys.
guys later.
See ya.